Holo Gelato Familia. It is George, the Disney Italiano, coming to you for the third time today for another live here on Holo Gelato. And I think, honestly, we saved the best for last because I got a good friend joining me today. As you guys know, he's been in the chat following along all day, but this time here he is in the flesh, or should I say in the scales. We got Dragon Blood joining today. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good. Just a good day, you know. A bunch of news drops from a couple days ago and the past couple weeks, what have you. Stuff we could get into, and then of course D23 is 3 weeks away. My vacation's at that same time period as well. I thought we could get it all in on this live stream, like bring it all together.
Absolutely. And that's, I think, what these theme parks and Disney and Universal does best is like they know how to like bring it all together. So we're going to go full circle and we're going to bring it all in. We're going to discuss it, have some fun, and maybe even do some Q&A closer to the end of the show. And then, of course, anyone, please feel free to chat along with us as we go along. But before we get into anything, I do want to share my screen really quick because there is a couple things that I did miss today, and I thought, we'll bring it up now. So as of right now, this was 6 hours ago. And again, I wasn't on social media at all today just because of doing the lives. So this is coming from D23 themselves. Due to overwhelming demand, we're extending the deadline for the reservation selection process, or RSP, for panels and presentations at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event presented by Visa, to Sunday, July 26th at 12 p.m. Pacific time and 3 p.m. Eastern time. We want to make sure all guests have plenty of time to review their options and submit their selections before the deadline. Don't miss your chance to plan your ultimate D23 weekend. And I think that's really cool. Dragon Blood, I know that we kind of mentioned it briefly before we went live, that we both have our selections. We're both, locked in. But I am glad that they gave us a little bit of an extension, some wiggle room, not even just for us, but for other people who may want to contemplate and go over their game plan one last time. And they give us a little bit of an extension. It used to be July 24th, which would be tomorrow, but they're giving us an extra 2 days roughly to make that final selection. So I wanted to showcase that just because that's something that was released and I didn't get a chance to bring it up. Also, too, that premiered today, which I actually have to do that because I saw that it started today, which I have to go through it. This is coming from Boardwalk Times. Disney has announced its prizes for the D23 Fantastic Prizes, the Ultimate Disney Sweepstakes. Disney Plus Hulu bundle 23-year subscription. That is crazy. This is everything that's like part of that. So let's just go down that roster really quick. An unforgettable Bluey adventure to Brisbane, Australia with Bluey's Happy Snaps. Tickets to attend Super Bowl. Whatever that, I'm bad with those things.
I just say Super Bowl. I say Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl with ESPN. That would be really cool, especially if your home team is playing.
Yes.
Vacation to Disneyland Resort and Candlelight Processional. That would be really cool. I mean, even though I go to Disneyland a lot, but to have specialty seats for the Candlelight Processional during the holidays, that would be
That's going to be something. Because I
National.
hear constant reports every Christmas say, oh, it's all backed up. No
Oh,
one
it
can
is.
get in or out.
I haven't like watched it here, but I've seen the setup. It is a nightmare. It's so well done, much better done in Epcot. But out here, it's because they do it on Main Street. I'm for sure it's beautiful, but I mean, I hear it's a nightmare. National Geographic Journeys with G Adventures, Kenya Safari Experience. That seems really cool, but I would be kind of nervous to go to Africa right now just because of the breakout of everything. Hopefully, they'll get that in under control, once they do.
Yeah.
But I think like an actual safari in Kenya, like that
Dude,
would
that would be incredible.
be wow. VIP F1 experience trip to the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
That's a good one too.
Wow. Attend the world premiere of Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday.
I'm
Um,
excited for it, man. I'm excited for it.
I am too. Like, no matter what, like, I'm excited to see the movie. This one's for me. Set sail on the all new Disney Believe.
Oh, there you go, George.
That's me right there. Experience the 2027 Grammy Awards. Here's another one for me. Discover Alani time. Well, you should know all about this one right here. Discover Alani time at Alani Disney Resort and Spa in Ko'olina.
I am a local. I am a temporary local, man. 30 miles away from there.
That is crazy. That is
really. It's a really nice. You have to go there. It's a really nice resort.
I do. I eventually. That is definitely on my Disney bucket list, for sure. Or even just visiting Hawaii
It's really nice place here. You got to visit one day.
Definitely. Trip to the Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide concert tour. I mean, that's really cool. I mean,
yeah,
I am a fan of Descendants. I did watch Camp Rock when it first came out. I don't really know too much of Zombies, but I mean, I think honestly, if I won anything, like that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Macy's 100th Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay, we're going to New York, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that'd be, wow. Wait, so, wow, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is turning 100 this year?
That's crazy. I thought it was older than that.
I thought so, too. I thought it was, okay, yeah, that's a newsflash to me. Disneyland Resort Land of Dreams VIP vacation. Experience Star Wars Celebration Los Angeles 2027. Good God, they're like throwing it all at us.
Oh, I know.
Collector Edition Infinity Gauntlet by East Continental Gems.
Yeah, see that on eBay for $50,000.
Oh, easy. I'd win it, and like I'd be like, who wants it? Like let's do let the Italiano do his own auction.
Oh, dude.
Experience the magic of Disney animation at Walt Disney World.
I wonder if that's like an early access into that new attraction that's opening September.
I'm thinking, but then yeah, it's opening in September, so that means these are probably gonna. Well, yeah, because I think the sweepstakes closes on my birthday, actually, August 23rd. Trip to the premiere of the Cheetah Girls Next Gen. I mean, they did spring this on us. I didn't know they were doing another Cheetah Girls until Raven Simone broke that, I think, through her Instagram. Step inside the magic with a private Pixar Studios tour.
Oh, snap.
That would be cool. Disney on Broadway Ultimate Trip to New York City.
Not bad.
VIP experience for Dancing with the Stars. Okay. Go inside the magic at Walt Disney Animation Studios up in Burbank. That would be, I mean, as I said, I've been in there before, but hey, I mean, if someone offered and I won something, like I'd go.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Attend the world premiere of the new Simpsons movie. That'd be interesting. Yellow carpet.
Oh yeah, you can't do red carpet on that. We got to do yellow carpet. You got to have the donut. You have to have the donuts on it too.
Of course. And then lastly, Walt Disney Studios tour and lunch with a Disney legend or luminary.
Oh shoot. Oh man.
And then they have like the pictures of like everything here. So Yeah, so I will actually have to fill that out probably later on tonight because I did see it yesterday and I was going to fill it out and it said, "Oh, it's starting tomorrow." So it's like, "Okay, I'm ahead of the game here."
Oh, snap.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sorry folks. Went a little bit of a sidetrack there, but we wanted to get all that out first for you guys before we get into the further details. And Remy D, welcome back. So glad you made
Remy,
it. I felt so bad that as soon as like we were leaving, you were coming in. So glad you were able to join this live. This is going
that
to be a
was
good.
bad timing on the second stream, man, Remy. You made it finally.
It always does. I feel bad for him because like it's always like the bad timing. Like as soon as he comes in and he says hi to everyone, and I feel so bad that it's like
It happens to me too sometimes. Like I'm busy like half the time when I come on a stream, it's already almost over.
that's bad when it happens. But yeah, I am glad. I mean, I'm glad that you were able to make it, and I hopefully more people come in for this live. As I said, this is the backbone of the 3-part live series today here on Holo Gelato. So Dragon Blood, I'm actually going to pass it over to you to kind of kick off of like what you want to start off talking about.
I thought for news, I kind of want to go to Disney because the past few weeks they've been dropping some stuff. There's some mixed and controversial stuff, which I know everyone knows about, which is that new animatronic. I wanted to have my thoughts on that because I would love to say some things.
The pirate animatronic, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll let you. What is your overall thoughts on that?
I thought like it's not a bad. I don't think it's a bad animatronic. I think the problem is you put it in a scene that's not part like that kind of ruins the flow of the story, and then you make it kind of like there's a little bit too much going on in my opinion per se. The technology though, it's not. Everyone claims it's a simple projection face, while Disney revealed it's the new projection technology they've been showing to us for months that's happening at WDI, which I don't think this was a good debut. I think there could have been a better debut in my opinion. I think
Yeah,
what they should have done, however, they could have moved it onto the lift hill past after you see Captain Jack Sparrow. There's a certain space there where you could probably put that figure and have
I
it
think you're right.
timed.
I think it's more of the location. I think like it was the placement of where they have it, but I can understand why they placed it there because it's the skeleton that's sitting on top of all the doubloons, and it's like it's the cursed treasure that it goes from human to skeleton and vice versa. So I get it, I understand it, but I do agree with you. I feel like the placement doesn't really help that.
I think
Um,
the drama's gotten way too far.
Yeah, I think a lot of people take it way over the top. It's like there's worse things that's going on that like we all should be worried about than an animatronic pirate. I mean, we're
Yeah,
all like
no.
we all can have our opinions on it. You don't have
Yeah.
to love it. You don't even have to like it. You could downright find it distasteful, but I mean like yeah, I think like to drag it along, I think that's where it gets a little bit like overwhelming.
Yeah, and
Um
several Imagineers who posted about it had to stop their comment sections because they were like getting harassed in the comments and what have you.
yeah,
It was bad. It was
I
bad.
agree. But I am very curious. As I said, we're doing this live now, but I definitely want to get you back on a live after your trip. So that way, when you
That is
experience all this, then you could have an even better understanding where you could say, you know what, I changed my mind. I think it actually,
I could downright hate it.
you can, or you might say, you know what, it looks much better in person. Like, what is everyone
Yeah.
like? So yeah, I'm very curious to see.
No, you're gonna see me like 4 weeks later. No, this is dog water. No, do not support this thing.
I like that. This is dog water. I like that. I think you've mentioned that before, and I think I might have asked you that. Is that a Hawaiian term?
No, that is not a Hawaiian term by any means. That's a normal Gen Z kid thing.
Okay, yeah. See that I'm like way beyond that generation, but I like that though. I like that. Then we got John Make It Rain back. Welcome
There he
back, in,
is.
John. And then Remy D says, agreed. I think Disney is just unfairly criticized for everything they do. They breathe the wrong way, and the community starts bringing the pitchforks. I
I
completely agree.
know.
Completely.
It's nonsense. I'm
It's
surprised
dog
that stuff.
water.
Yeah, exactly. Dog water.
Absolutely. Um, So yeah, so that's a very good topic. Yeah, because I didn't get it actually, because I know you mentioned it like in the comments and stuff, but like yeah, I never really got to like talk to you like verbally, like one on one about the animatronic.
Like I say the same things about like the movies as well. Like I feel like especially with the live actions, they get taken way too seriously. It's just I think it's just a movie.
I mean, it is true. I mean, you take the live action Moana, and Abby and I did see it. I have to say, I don't like hate the movie. It's a beat for beat. Do I think it was necessary in the short amount of time of the animated film? No,
Yeah,
but
because I could say the same thing with How to Train Your Dragon, but that I really liked that one.
yeah.
Like that was short time too.
Now that was short time, but the thing with How to Train Your Dragon over Moana, I felt like the visual effects was much better.
Yeah. I
Um,
think Moana could have been a little bit rushed, like how usually the Disney live actions are.
yeah, yeah. I think, but again, I feel like that was like all for like The Rock, like The Rock really wanted to do that and everything. And I think
Oh yeah.
cross promotion now that he's going to be a Disney legend. Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be a Disney legend, and I think that's a nice segue to Moana 3 because he already brought it up. They're already
They may bring it up some more, or they may announce it at this D23 in the movie showcase at the Honda Center.
They very well could. I don't know if they would have any animation because I know they're working on the script right now, but they may pull like an Incredibles 3 where they just show the logo.
Or they
Because
may show.
when they showed the Incredibles 3 logo the last time, the whole arena erupted. I mean,
Man.
you thought Elvis stepped out on stage, like
Yeah, I
it was like
know.
crazy,
Yeah,
But
and then like I think, and if with that though, you probably just might get concept art, or we might just get a title name. That's it.
yeah, I think honestly they'll just call it Moana 3. I don't know if it would have like a subtitle to it, but
I don't think so.
they may give a little gist of like maybe what the story is a little bit. But I think it's going to be kind of bleak that way. I think we're going to see more of Hexed because
Oh yeah,
will be coming out shortly after
November, I believe. Yeah.
November. Yeah, we'll get more on Frozen 3. Of course, Doomsday. I mean,
Yeah, of course. I think we're
I
gonna get
hope
more of that. I think for Avengers Doomsday though, I think we're gonna get more info at San Diego, currently at San Diego Comic Con over
I
D23.
think so too, but I still think with D23 they may give us maybe like a 10-minute little clip of the movie.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I think
I remember when they did that with Rise of Skywalker, but they did it in Fortnite.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they're going to do that again too,
They might
because
do that for the parks. I could see
two.
them doing the no, the Epic Game section I heard is gonna be part of the movies panel this year. That's
They
what I've
may.
heard.
I know that they added the parks presentation in Fortnite, or because with Epic
Yeah.
Games. Um, they may do it, or maybe they'll just do a snippet. Maybe they'll just do like for Doomsday or something with a trailer. And Remy D says, "And How to Train Your Dragon, we have dragons." And then we have Many Dogs 5. Welcome
Many
back,
dogs,
in, Many
yep.
Dogs. Welcome in. But yeah, so I think here's my hot take on it. I feel like, and I'm very curious to see what your thought process on it. We're going to get news at the parks presentation at
Oh
D20.
yeah.
Obviously, a lot of like unknown factors that we've been waiting for 2 years to hear about of these current projects. Like, what are the lands called? What are the lands going to have? Names of the attractions? What are the attractions? Or rides? Because as I said, we're going to do a whole video on that. That's going
The
to be a good
attractions versus rides
That's going to
debate
be a
coming
good
in.
one. I can't wait to dive in on that one.
I say both though. I like saying
I do
both
too. It just normally just comes off, but I can
because
understand. But I can understand where it comes from, where people are saying, "Okay, but what justifies as a ride or an attraction?" So that
how I view it real quick, when it's an attraction, it has to have a pre-show. It has if it's a pre-show, I call it an attraction. If it's a ride, you immediately get on the ride. There's no pre-show. That's how I view ride an attraction.
yeah, well, yeah, and I think that's what Rudio was saying earlier. He justifies like a ride of something like from an amusement park or like a carnival or a fair,
Hmm.
or an attraction is something like where you're fully like immersed.
Like, main example I could give is Rise of the Resistance. I call that an attraction because you have like 3 pre-shows if you think about it. Because you have the Ray hologram, you got the shuttle, and then you had the interrogation room.
Yeah, that is very true. Um, so where was I going with this? Oh, so this is what I was going for. So we'll get to know everything of like what the parks and everything. But I think secretly, I feel like that the studios are going to have like the bigger surprises. Not saying that we're not going to get no surprises at the parks. I'm for sure we are.
Uh, we we
But I
we will,
think on
but
the
I think it's just
scale
gonna be
from
like how I view the Parks panel. Like everything we have currently, it's a cake. I view it as a cake. We gotta have the icing on it. That icing is like the secret announcements, like nothing we were completely aware about or were caught off guard with.
exactly. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be like for the parks, and then I think like the studio is going to be like I think like the bigger thing this year, only because again they're just kind of going off of updated stuff, but they're going to have to give us some specialty things because again you're putting it in the Honda Center of like what is it 12 to 15,000 people, and we're paying
Hmm.
a hefty price for it, so you got to give us
You gotta
got to
give
give
it,
us
gotta give
something
it
from.
you gotta give the show, and you gotta give all the news.
Yes, I completely agree, and especially with Neil Patrick Harris taking over the
Oh, dude,
parks.
that's very interesting.
I think so too. Like I would have thought maybe like he would have done like the studio side. You know,
Yeah, because has he done any of the panels there in previous years?
no, no. He has done like special things like on Disney Plus where they like interview him and stuff like that, but I don't think he's actually like hosted like a
Imagine in D23 and 2028 we get Leslie Iwerks as the host for the Parks panel.
that would be interesting. That would be very
That would be
because here's the thing, they only got Neil Patrick Harris because Demaro moved up as CEO. If Demaro
yeah.
was still as the parks person, like he would be doing it.
Yeah, I don't know why Maslam's not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Maslam's comfortable with spaces or not, but hey, I'm fine with Neil Patrick, man.
I am too. I think honestly, if he like, because he knows how to like talk a crowd and he knows how to like move things along.
Hmm.
Wasn't he the original countdown voice for California Screamin'? I think so. I know D. Bradley Baker did it um, for some time, but I don't know. Was Neil Patrick Harris the original? Because I think that ride went through phases.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't say.
I'm not sure. Okay, so Abby confirms. Yes, he was. Okay,
Hmm.
good to know. So today, now we know. um, okay, so what's another parks topic you wanted to bring up today?
I think we could probably talk Magic Kingdom because Tomorrowland,
Uh,
it, it we're get we're it's changing, and we got rumors of Space Mountain going on.
I mean, it is starting to slowly transition. Maybe that's just how we're going to get a new Tomorrowland. Maybe like when people say, okay, we're going to get a full blown like change of the Tomorrowland, it's like close it all down, revamp it, sort of like how Tokyo's doing it. I don't know. See, Tokyo has the cojones to do that. I don't think that
Yeah,
we,
I know Tokyo still has majority of their Tomorrowland open. The only ones down is for the new Wreck-It Ralph attraction in Space Mountain.
yeah.
Everything else is still open.
So I think that's where they'll probably do it. Like they're already in the process with the Carousel of Progress. And then after that, I think they're going to move on to Space Mountain. So I think they're going to do it in phases where it'll be seamless. I don't know if it's something where it's like, okay, we're going to close down all of Tomorrowland and then we're going to revamp it. They may consider doing that for Disneyland at some point, but I think for Magic Kingdom, I think they're going to do it like step for step in phases per ride or attraction.
Yeah, and then because it all started in 2021 with the People Mover with new dialogue and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then fast forward 2 years later, we got Tron, and then another 2 years later, Buzz Lightyear and Gang went down, and then a year later, Buzz Lightyear reopened, and then Carousel Progress is now down. That's going to get dealt with, and then Space Mountain might be next, and then the only three we have left is the Stitch's Great Escape location, whatever's going to replace Lafleur, and what's going to happen to Speedway.
Very true. That is very true. So do you think is that like one of your predictions is for Tomorrowland?
I think we'll see. I'm thinking we might get that announcement for Space Mountain, but that's a wild card. I don't know if we'll get that announcement at this D23, but that sounds like a Destination D23 thing, but we'll see.
Oh, you think that's something they would announce at Destination D?
It's possible. I don't know, because I think they want to get Carousel Progress online first before they do anything else, because that's how I get it. That's how I'm seeing it.
I think, yeah, I don't know if they would mention the whole Tomorrowland, but I think with Space Mountain, I think we're going to get some updates of like what's going to be involved in Carousel of Progress, and they're going to mention Space Mountain. I think that's going to be, excuse me, what they're going to showcase for Tomorrowland.
Yeah, because I expect Carousel Progress, some minor Carousel Progress updates, and maybe a time frame.
Yeah. Now again, that's for Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. I don't know if they're going to announce anything.
Disneyland, I don't know, because I don't want to go into Disneyland just yet. I don't know. I'll focus on that later. Wild cards later in the stream. Later in the stream.
Okay. Okay. So moving on, is there still more in Magic Kingdom you wanted to bring up?
I think that's pretty much it. We could probably move on to Universal now, where a lot of news dropped.
That is true. It is very true. You actually brought it to my attention right as I think I ended the.
Yeah, their merchandise for Fortnitemares dropped. It was WWNT, I believe. It was like 2 pieces of merch. Hang on, let me load it up. Sorry. Yeah, it was Universal Parks today. Okay, I found it.
I think I have. Yeah, here we go. I'll share this. I think this is coming from thing here. Let's see.
Yeah, it was a preview merchandise.
Yeah, so
yeah,
this
there it is right there.
Yeah, so this comes from Forever Freaks of Halloween Horror Nights. The merch has dropped for Fortnitemares at Universal Orlando. What are you picking up? Fortnitemares is coming to both HHN Orlando and Hollywood. And I'll bring the pictures up of I kind of like that. I like that t-shirt. I think it glows in the dark. Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. I might buy that probably because I play Fortnite.
And they add in, I guess, for that that little carousel thing, they have the Fortnitemares part of it. They have the signage out. Yeah, so they literally just dropped that right as I was ending the second live.
They're like, nope, we're gonna drop some more news. George is ending his stream.
Of course, that's what they do. They love to torment me all the way around.
Yeah, and then of course, hoping for an updated ride in Fantasyland, more new rides in Animal Kingdom. We'll talk. I think we're gonna talk about more. I'll talk about more like later on regarding my D23 predictions. I don't want to get there just yet. We'll get there soon though. I promise.
So go ahead, as you were saying.
Yeah, and then Universal Japan apparently. I was gonna talk to you about that that house they had that's like 18 plus. You have to sign a waiver, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Universal Japan, I think we just brought it up. They're gonna do all night up to 5 a.m. Japan.
Yeah, so because I read it on the first one earlier, because I think Attractions 360 mentioned that the transportation like stops at midnight, I think, or something, or 1 a.m. or something.
That was very strategic.
That is very strategic, and it works out because it makes the event very unique.
Yeah, and then I think, just give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I got it on once again, WWNT. I follow them so much for their news. I think you get a lot of info out of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Universal Studios Japan introduced their most extreme horror experience yet. After Image, a hopeless, inescapable attraction rated for guests 18 plus and requiring a waiver. And
that
it's gonna be
curious about signing a waiver. How scary is that? You know?
It goes pretty crazy. It will be the first house in HHN history to be rated R 18 plus.
Crazy.
It's gonna be 1,900 yen, which I don't know how much that is in US dollars. Tickets go on sale July 27th. Um, where is it? It puts guests through extreme situations of isolation and confinement as they visit a facility that studies nightmares. Described as an abnormal space where the boundary between hallucination and reality blurs. The house will present a real hell of heinous acts that one desperately wants to escape from.
Interesting. So John, make it rain. Sorry, what's the question proclaiming to? Why not? Does it have to do with like the time for the HHN in Japan? If you could reiterate to what that's for. Yeah, but that's very interesting. As I
Yeah,
said, Japan always does a lot of creative stuff, even though like they may
they do
have
the
like
craziest things too. They do the
um
craziest things.
um that it is like the boundaries of like things that they have to go through, like obstacles, and it's like, yeah, let's just turn it into something to our benefit. Let's turn lemons into lemonade, so to speak.
Hmm.
um oh, okay, so
And then, of
there.
course, yeah, new house announcements for Hollywood, Orlando, of course, Evil Dead. We had that new John Murdy original house coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
pretty subtle, pretty small stuff. But hey, then I
Let's.
guess we can move. I
I
wouldn't be
wouldn't be
surprised if they announced
surprised if
their.
they announced that they are tearing down the hotel at Disneyland. The only hotel that they would eventually tear down would be Pixar Place, I
I
would
think
think.
Pixar Place would probably go just because Disneyland Forward, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. They will. I don't think they would touch Grand Cali, or obviously they would touch
They're not
Disney.
gonna touch Disneyland or Grand Californian.
No. I'd like them to announce an expansion of Frontierland and a total removal of Splash Mountain at Magic Kingdom.
I
I
don't think we get rid of Splash Mountain. The Tiana's Bayou Adventure is gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, for Florida, that they don't have enough water rides as it is. I think they need to add more water
Yeah,
rides. I know a lot of people don't care for water rides because they don't like to get wet, but I'm telling you, in the Florida heat, and even out
it's
here in
crazy.
California, it's like sometimes you beg for a water ride. Um,
Yeah, no, Universal Orlando especially because they lack a lot of water rides. Well,
Absolutely.
except for IOA though, except for IOA.
And then they need to announce an X-Men ride or some other actual land for Hollywood studios. Well, the
Right,
problem is with X-Men,
Universal.
they can't do it east of the Mississippi River because of the contract with Universal. Now they could potentially do something with X-Men.
That's in the future if they get rid of Marvel Super Island. That's in the future if they
Yeah.
do or not.
Yeah, Disney's kind of like holding that in their back pocket. Um, until like something happens where Disney can acquire the full rights of Marvel off of Universal. But yeah, until then, everything on the east of the Mississippi River.
We're not getting
That's
a lot of
how
Marvel.
Disney got away with Guardians of the Galaxy because it wasn't utilized. Um, and Remy D says, "Can't they just move the river?" I wish it was that simple. That would be really cool. Yes, that would solve all our issues.
Just move it into the ocean. There you go. Now you have Marvel everywhere.
Crazy.
All right, and then I guess we could move on to the D23 predictions. Well, actually, no. Fast and Furious Supercharged. Universe like, nope, we're getting rid of it.
Yeah, they're not even holding that. Like they're just like, we're just gutting it. Like,
They already put the eviction notice on it.
yeah,
They're
it's
nope, get out of here.
August 13th. It's gone. As I said, I think honestly, Hollywood Drift Orlando version and Supercharge, whatever's going to be in the place of that, all that's going to open before the one opens over here in Universal
What
Studios.
is going on with the Hollywood version? Why hasn't it opened?
I just think that they're having a lot of issues that are like behind the scenes. That's just not really mentioned. I think.
Because
Um,
I heard days ago noise complaints, but I feel like there's more to it where there's more smoke to where there's fire.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about the noise complaints, but then there was also issues of things falling off of the vehicles. the glass being broken. They had to repair that. Then something happened with something of the mechanics where the team members got stuck on it for over an hour. It was just it's
Dang.
yeah, it's just crazy.
But no more party buses starting next month, man.
Yep. Nope. No more.
I just find it so funny that they just no, we're gonna close it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I kind of want to rumor. Oh, go
But yeah,
ahead.
like I think they really couldn't wait. Like they just are like, okay, we're moving fast, no pun intended, for Fast and Furious, and
I kind of wonder if they're planning something to replace it with for that location. I kind of wonder.
I think they would have to know already what whatever.
I wonder if that tells me they already locked in plans or something.
I would think so. And Remy D says, I think it's a bad move to close Supercharged so early. Excuse me. Studios now has less to do, and we don't know if Hollywood Drift will open on time due to the issues uncovered in Cali. So I think Remy D, and I do understand your concerns. I don't think for some reason that the issues are going to happen in Florida. What's happening here in Cali? I think it's because there's a lot of intricacy of like building this coaster on like a hillside. That's an issue, and I think that the track layout is going to be much different than what it is going to be out here. So it kind of works to their benefit over there. And honestly, I know it's one thing less to do in the studios, but to be honest with you, I skipped it completely anyway. So it doesn't really change my day-to-day schedule with Supercharged.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see if they're closing it that quickly. They have to know what's going in the place of it. They have to. I don't know.
Yeah. Who's gonna? I wonder who this is coming in. I wonder who. I really wonder who.
I mean, that's a good. I mean, it could be Godzilla. It could be Ghostbusters. It could be.
I know. Alicia Stella over on Theme Park Stop mentioned Harry Potter attraction, Back to the Future, and Ghostbusters for potential replacements.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, I'd say no because we have plenty of Harry Potter already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think, honestly, Harry Potter is like, I think we're kind of like overdoing it right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think the only time I'm accepting when Harry Potter does stuff is when they expand the actual existing lands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, we got the potential expansion coming to Epic Universe with Ministry.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So everyone is dying to know your predictions. So
okay, fine. All right, I'm moving on. I am moving on. Parks panel. I generally accept we get details on the main stuff with Villains Land, Piston Peak, Tropical America's Monstropolis. But I think what could I? Well, I'm gonna make this very clear real quick. We are not getting an Emperor's New Groove coaster. We are not getting an Ursula spinner. Nor are we getting a Maleficent boat ride. We are not getting those. We are not getting those. I repeat, we are not getting those.
But over here, we are getting Yzma for Oogie Boogie Bash. That's what we're getting as far as Emperor's New Groove.
Watch the rumors that what of those were just for Oogie Boogie Bash, my guy? Like, come on.
Yeah, like I'm still waiting to see if we're going to get another villain because they usually drop like 2 for Oogie Boogie.
Yeah,
I don't know. But they've been talking that if they were going to do Yzma, they said they were going to have Kronk with her. So we'll see if Kronk's going to be there too.
We'll see, man.
And then we got Mademoiselle in the house, gifted 30 gems. Thank you so much, Mademoiselle. Greatly appreciate you. And she says hello to me, Dragon Blood, and the chat. And then John Make It Rain says, yay, like he's excited. He's pumped for the predictions.
Oh, man. And then I think maybe for potential rides, I don't know if they'll announce it this D23 because we're so like early in development still with Villains Land. Because that's still a kind of long ways out at the moment. I think for right now, I guess we probably get a name. I guess we get new concept art and then maybe a name reveal for the land itself. And then maybe if we're lucky, we might get concept art for the attractions, but they won't give us a lot of detail on them.
I agree with you. I think we're going to get the maybe the official name for Villains Land. Watch it just be Villains Land. That's what it's going to be.
Hey, I wouldn't mind that.
I I wouldn't mind it either. I was thinking maybe Dark Kingdom or something.
Villains Kingdom, I think maybe Villains
Villains
Kingdom,
Kingdom.
Villains Valley.
Yeah.
There's a lot of names you can do.
And then I think you're right. I think they'll give us like a fleshed out piece of concept art that has more detail of like what's going to be in the footprint of that land itself. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't know if they'll necessarily go fully in depth. If they do, that's a surprise for me because I think honestly they're going to save that for 2028.
Yeah, because I think 2028 we will hear more about villains because that should have already gone vertical by that time period. It's not vertical as yet, even though Piston Peak has gone vertical.
Yeah.
Um, I want to move on to Piston Peak now since I did say the two words, the two magic words, I should say, which I actually think we're getting a lot of details on, including that second attraction.
What was the two magic words?
Okay.
I'm,
He did
I'm
what?
setting you
He
up
did
there for it.
he did what in his peak?
There, see, you knew what I was going for.
Yeah, he did what in his peak?
I love it.
And,
So I apologize.
and then
Continue.
yeah, I think the second attraction we're gonna get a lot of details on. I don't think it's just gonna be a simple flat ride. I think it's gonna be some like unique flat ride we're gonna get in Magic Kingdom. And then of course we're gonna get details on the off-road rally thing, and maybe we get some like maybe walkthrough trails like that can pay homage to Tom Sawyer Island. Because I expect paying a lot of homages to Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America,
Well, I think it's going to
perhaps.
be a little bit of a game changer of what the announcements are going to be because I think it was sometime last week they kind of showcased the size of what Piston Peak and Villains is going to look like. And Piston Peak it doesn't move that further back like
Mm-mm.
we thought. It's only going to be about 4.5 acres. That's it.
It's only like just once you get past Haunted the Big Thunder, you're in Villains territory.
So a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they got rid of the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island for Piston Peak."
Mm-mm.
Not really. I think honestly, the bigger chunk of it got is going towards villains.
Yeah, and I think Villains is going to be a very anticipated project. I mean, they're spending millions of dollars on this thing. They're pouring a lot of these money into attractions, R&D, putting all this technology in. I think even Drew even had a video a couple days ago, which shout out to Drew the Disney dude, by the way. I love your content, and you do a lot of in-depth analysis and stuff. I really do appreciate that, and we all do. And
Absolutely.
and then he said like these could be Tokyo level. I mean, I can't guarantee say that, but like I think these should be like guaranteed like Tokyo OOC level attractions. Like all four of these attractions, like they should be like high quality because they're gonna bring a lot of people in. Because
I
Cars is gangbusters money, and so is Villains.
I agree. And I think like as far as the attractions go themselves,
For
I feel
Villains
like
though,
I feel like obviously we're going to get like that off-road rally. Obviously, they showcase that.
yeah,
I think
because
they'll go a little bit more in depth. I'm trying to figure out like what the smaller C or D ticket attraction because it said it's geared
I
more
think if
towards
you
like
remember the permits a couple months back, they showed like a flat ride vehicle type thing which kind of looked like the spinner, but isn't at the same time with the vehicle.
okay, so it'd be maybe something like Luigi's or Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, something like that.
I will say so, but like nothing, not it doesn't utilize either ride system either way. Like something completely new.
Yeah, I would feel like they should have like something else to kind of like
Like make something
be
makes like
justified.
make some like new type of like I think it's some type of new ride system in a way that isn't but is. But and then off-road rally race, I expect it to be this like outdoor trackless off-road rally race attraction. I know a lot of people think it's gonna have a track and stuff like slot car racing like Radiator Springs or Test Track or Tokyo's Journey to the Center of the Earth. I don't think so, in my opinion, because you're on this off-road rally race, and the fact they made those trips out there to Arizona and stuff for many months to see how this would work. I think this could be a game changing e-ticket.
I would love for them to go like full in of like fully immersive, like where we get off this thing and we have dirt and mud and manure all over us, like, and we have to like,
And we just and you
and then
got these like
and that's how you end up buying the cars merch. You have to buy new clothes, so it's like you go
yeah,
to
that's
the store,
true.
buy the
That's true.
clothes, you know. That
And then watch them have these like anti like mud stations and stuff. Like you just get yourself cleaned off.
that would be funny. And then with villains, I think for me, see, villains is a tough
It's
one because I
so
think that they're going to have
it's
a
so
roller coaster.
yeah, because Al's hinted at in that blue sky concept art with the Maleficent. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'd say we might get like a Maleficent coaster, but I don't I see so many people I see so many people think it's gonna be something like a crazy intense coaster or expecting it to be. Trust me, it's not gonna be that.
Do you
Because
think
this is
so? Do you think it's going to be less, like more tamed?
I don't think it's gonna be more tame. I think it's gonna be somewhere in the middle, like maybe like Seven Dwarfs or maybe Slinky Dog. But I think it's gonna be more than Seven Dwarfs, obviously, because that's gonna be the same. It's in the same park.
See, I would think that it would be on the same level, kind of like with like in the same category with like Tron or Cosmic Rewind. Not
Mm.
saying that they would utilize the same ride system for the track, but I mean, like as far as intensity goes, I would think that they would want something a little bit more because it's villains. But then I would say they
Yeah.
should have like a huge, massive like e-ticket dark ride.
I expect like a dark ride section part of it too, kind of like how Revenge of the Mummy is on both coasts. You know, how Revenge like it's all a dark ride section, then you're the coaster.
Well, and then
I wouldn't mind
when they
that.
did the when they did the we call it Imagineering segment, um they they were talking about like that newer technology that you had mentioned about like with the animatronic pirate, and they had mentioned Mike Wazowski, Lightning McQueen, and
In
Hades.
Hades. I
And
think that this leads to a potential second attraction, I believe, which I have three ideas of what it could be. One is a boat ride, which could be themed to Hades, since you mentioned him. Two, motion simulator, just like Avengers Infinity Defense that's coming to DCA. Third, I guess you could say a tracklist like Mickey and Minnie's or Rise of the Resistance. Or
yeah,
Enchanted Tale Beauty and the Beast.
I or they could actually, now again, I know this is part of uh the concept art like that kind of like got debunked with that Emperor's New Groove coaster and everything, but they could possibly still do like a Hades underworld dining um restaurant kind of thing, because
Yeah.
they're gonna add some sort of, I think, sit down restaurant. They're gonna definitely have something.
Yeah,
um
I think that's guaranteed to happen, and then maybe this is a wild card thing right here. Maybe a Haunted Mansion parlor announcement we get because they're building some unknown building next to Haunted Mansion, and as and into Villains Land. So I'm
so
curious what that's
is
gonna
that a
be.
wild card prediction you're gonna do?
Yeah,
Is
Haunted Mansion parlor because we have Beacon Barrel and over in Adventureland. Why not having like another one themed the Haunted Mansion? You know, two of
that is,
Disney's
yeah,
classic
that is true.
attractions get parlors.
Let's see. Many Dog says, "Do you guys think that Cars Land would look better if they ditched the snow portion of the mountain to make it fit the overall look of the surrounding area better?"
I think with or without it, it would still look pretty cool in my opinion. Like so many people are worried about sightlines. I think they have sightlines. They I think they have covered the sightline problem, but like so many people are still worried about sightlines like seeing Piston Peak like within Main Street or something. No, I don't think so. That's gonna be the case.
Yeah, I think as
With
far
the
as
snow, with the Snowcat Mountain, I'm fine with the Snowcat Mountain because you're going through national parks and what have you. Like you're still going to the desert. You got the what? Oh, excuse me. You got the Snowcat Mountains and stuff. You're going through caverns.
that's true, that is true, and they may still do it kind of where it's there, but it's subtle. I think, and I always say this: don't get married to the concept art.
Yeah,
That
no.
they could have made it a little bit more.
And I could say this
No,
very clearly. The final product is a lot better than the concept art. I have to say that.
Yeah,
It's a lot
I
better.
think with that kind of concept art, they kind of like make it more bold so you can see exactly what they're trying to go for. But yeah, I think in real life term, I think they'll do it where they still might show like the snowy cap mountains, but I don't think it's going to be like in your face where it takes your vision away from everything else.
No.
Hopefully, that's my
Because,
opinion.
like I said in a previous comment I had on the previous live stream about Super Nintendo World in that Comcast building, if I'm having a good time, I care less. I care less about sightlines.
I mean, yeah, that's. And then Remedy says, "Would you guys want Rasputin from Anastasia in the land?"
I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
know he's part of Fox now, and Disney bought Fox and everything, but I feel like it would still kind of like throw it out of the element.
No, because this is all Lightning McQueen and what have you.
I,
Like,
I think
it's all car.
I think he's
It's a
referring to
national.
for the villains.
Oh, for villains.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they may stick to the classic Disney villains. I don't know if they're gonna go like with their acquired IP.
yeah, I agree.
Like they're not gonna do Pixar. They're not gonna do Fox, Marvel, or Star Wars.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Um, Space 220 should have been part of Tomorrowland. Would have fit nicely thematically. I agree with that. I think that would have been an interesting take to put into Tomorrowland. I
That guy actually. Speaking of that, that's another parlor wild card. What about a Space Mountain parlor?
like a Space Mountain kind of like restaurant kind of.
Like a restaurant, yeah.
So sort of something like a Space 220, but like in their own. I mean, that's something that they could add to Tomorrowland. That's a
I mean,
nice.
Tomorrowland doesn't have a lot of dining. I would love to see that.
No, because I mean, down in Magic Kingdom, it's just the Cosmic Rays
It's
Cafe.
just a quick service.
Yeah, that is true. There's no actual sit down. That's quite interesting.
Put that in like the former like Star Palace Theater location where it's all
That would be
just
interesting.
management employee parking now. Put it
Yeah,
in there. Like there's that plot of land.
that would be very interesting.
Like it's right next to Space Ranger Spin. You could put one there.
Yeah, I feel like with Piston Peak and villains coming to Magic Kingdom, aside also from Space Mountain, this is my take on it as far as like what's going to be announced. I feel like we're going to get updates on villains, we're going to get updates on Piston Peak, and we're going to hear about the Space Mountain overhaul. And I feel like, and maybe the Haunted Mansion parlor, that because I think that would be like
Yeah.
adjacent to villains. I think for me, I think that's probably what's going to be it. That's going to be mentioned for Magic Kingdom this time around. But again, they may surprise us. But I
Yeah,
feel
because they
like
could surprise us with the Moana attraction that the following Monday we know it's going to replace Jungle Cruise.
in time, I wouldn't it wouldn't surprise me. I know that is a really hot take. I know people are going to be like so on my back for that, but I here's the thing. I would be more upset if it left Disneyland because that was like Walt's original, but like
Yeah,
Magic Kingdom,
Disneyland it would be more turmoil.
yeah. We got a theme park conductor in the house. Welcome in, TPC.
And
Many Dog says to us, do you think there'll be any superhero additions to Hollywood Studios, Epcot, or Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom, I don't think so, but Epcot and Hollywood Studios, yes and no. Actually, I could go to Epcot now since I
Okay.
actually think Epcot may get some love finally for announcements and what have you. And before I move on to that question with superhero editions, I want to move on to Figment because
Ooh.
I think Figment's possible still, because they're doing something. Something has to be cooking
I
with
think
Figment.
honestly, here's the thing with Figment. They added him to the specialty D23 pin that's going to showcase the
Yeah,
books and experiences. So
he's
I mean,
being the poster boy for this event too, so I'm
they
assuming we might get something.
showcased him on the original schedule that they dropped, that he was right next to the park's presentation, and then they removed him along with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for the studio side.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they just did it because they didn't want people to get their hopes up that it's kind of a thing and it really isn't, or do they really have something going on for Figment? I think
I
that would be
always every single D23 I'll always say Figment and People Mover, but I'm not gonna stop doing that. So Figment, come on.
yeah. I'm right there with you. I think that's going to be a surprise if that would be. I think honestly that could be the only thing that they
Like
mentioned for Epcot.
my idea for is that for that entire pavilion to get an overhaul, like even the theater as well, like put like a new 4D show in there. Don't get rid of the short film festival. Um and then maybe like a new track, maybe a trackless ride for Figment. That'd be pretty cool. And you bring my Dreamfinder.
Got to bring back Dreamfinder. Have to bring back Dreamfinder. Finder, excuse me. Sorry, I said fighter because I looked at fighter and it
Fighter.
we got Xtina's Fighter 2000. Welcome in. I think they might announce Coco for Epcot, but I hope they don't so soon. I agree
I
with you
don't
with that.
know.
I absolutely love the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. I really do. I feel like it's a nice, quaint little boat ride. I feel like that they can add Coco to the Mexican Pavilion, but I think that they should do an extension, sort of like what they did with Ratatouille with France.
Yeah, I think they may
Extend.
do that. That they may keep Grand Fiesta. I think they're because it wasn't Grand Fiesta Tour. Oh, excuse me. Wasn't Grand Fiesta Tour an opening day attraction at Epcot?
Um, I bel I believe so, but it wasn't the Grand Fiesta Tour. It was the Rio
I
del
forgot what it was
Tiempo.
called.
It was Rio del Tiempo. So it was just like a boat ride through Mexico. And then I believe it was in 2006, 2007 that they changed it to the Grand Fiesta Tour. Um, but yeah, I enjoy that boat ride. I would love to have both because both IPs represent, the Mexican culture.
Now this is where now this is where they could probably clone the DCA attraction perhaps, but only just for this one time, and I'd be cool with it
What's that?
for Coco.
Yeah. I think if they did do something with Coco over at Epcot, I wouldn't do it as like the boat ride over in DCA because if they do decide to keep the Grand Fiesta Tour, that's two boat rides. I would do something a little bit more different because if you remember back in D23 2022 when they did the What If Blue
Oh
Sky,
yeah,
when
everyone's
they
favorite
mentioned Coco,
panel.
when they
Everyone's favorite panel, guys.
yes, and when they mentioned Coco, they said, "Well, what if you were flying on the back of the I always forget the name of it, the giant colorful
El
cat."
Pepita.
Thank you. Yeah, or AKA the giant colorful cat with
Uh,
wings.
oh, what was it? Forgot the. Oh yeah, it was Pepita. Yeah,
Or
that was the name.
yeah. Um so they could do something like that, if they wanted to add, something more.
But
Um
back to back to Future World again. Like I don't like calling it World Celebration. I like Future World better.
I still call it Future World. I don't think I've yet called
I
it
feel like
World
I have
Celebration.
yet to go to Epcot now though, since I'm literally across the country, what have you. But like, I'm not a big fan of how what they did with the Epcot when it reopened in 2024 with World Celebration. I don't like it. I really don't.
Yeah, I think they had ambitious plans, but because of the cost
Because it
cutting,
got so budget cut.
it did, and it got diluted down. And speaking of which, too, here's a hot take. I think we may hear an upgrade to Spaceship Earth, but I'm
That's gonna
hoping
have to happen though in the future
eventually it will. But
anyway.
I don't want it to be what it was going to be when Chapek announced it. I want something where it keeps the spirit of Spaceship Earth, maybe update the audio animatronics, change some of the audio, get a new narrator. But I still want to be able to go through. I still want to be able to go through like the storyline of Spaceship Earth. I don't want to change it where it's like you follow a beacon of light and it's a storyteller kind of thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, either way, I'll probably be cool with it. But like, yeah, I think a Spaceship Earth change is gonna have to happen. A Spaceship Earth redo is gonna have to happen. Whether fans like that or not.
And then I think another prediction for me, if they do something with Epcot, because you have to think they didn't mention anything really of Epcot. The
Yeah,
last,
Epcot didn't get a lot of love from 2024, unfortunately. All
um,
we got from Epcot was Test Track, and that was it.
yeah, because we already knew about Test Track. It was just they
They just
announced
gave us an opening time frame.
exactly. Um, the other the other thing was the country.
Wonders of Life. Oh shoot. Sorry. What about Wonders of Life? I'm
Oh,
thinking
that
maybe they
thing!
do
Oh my
something.
gosh, that is like that thing needs to be demolished. Like that thing, honestly, is so god awful ugly. It's like the yellow is like tarnished from the light and the sun and all that jazz, and it just needs to just be demolished and rebuilt to something else. That building is so it is. It's like they were going to put in the
The
play
Play Pavilion.
play pavilion, play it, whatever it was called. It's just like even if they were to put something else in there, it's the building is just so old and decrepit. Just demolish it
Yeah,
and
because think right now they use it for employee backspace and what have you at the moment.
yeah, it's just crazy. But I think honestly a country is overdue. I think we need another country. They do have um, the space for it. Um, it's just what's going to be put in there because the question of the day is when Iger was CEO, he mentioned he was very clear about the fact that everything moving forward was going to be involved with an IP.
Yeah.
After Expedition Everest, that was like the last original thing. Everything else was IP.
I mean, unless you count Mystic Manor from Hong Kong, which was an original
Yeah,
story.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think with the international parks, they still do their kind of like
Yeah, they still do their
thing
originality.
a little bit,
Because Space
but
Mountain in Tokyo is original.
but
And we're moving back to original, but we're using the IP with it, but with original storytelling and what have you.
right. So, do you think that now that Josh is CEO, do you think he can revert back and go a little bit with certain things where they still do stuff with IP, but then they do some non-IP, or do you think he'll continue on that trend?
I think with the trend we're seeing right now, we're getting a mixture of both, pretty much. I think if that mixture is going to continue going throughout his tenure, and then if it changes, it's going to change.
The reason why I ask is because if they put in a new country pavilion and they're going to go solely for the IP, they would then pick a country that has to involve a Disney IP.
True.
So, is there any are there any countries right now that have like a hot ticket IP that can be utilized? The only one right now that I could think of is Greece for Hercules.
Yeah. I was thinking of the same thing as well because I can't think of anywhere else that doesn't have an attraction already. That are not well, I should say already because Greece is kind of the only one that has its storytelling that it needs to be told.
Um, Wait, Remy D says India
Oh, India, Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. I mean, that's true. You could do Jungle Book, but do you think the Jungle Book would fit more for Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom, I say yes. I don't know
Yeah.
about Epcot.
I mean, because here's the thing: like that with that Journey of Water with the Moana, kind of
Maybe you could
already
put
like it's
like
like
let's say they put Moana over in Magic Kingdom, but they decide to get rid of Journey of Water, right? Maybe they could put Jungle Book there, but
but
that I don't know if they
even
do
that
that.
Journey into Water, that thing like I like it. Don't get me wrong, but the way the aesthetics look, it fits Animal Kingdom.
It feels
Like, and
very
especially
Animal Kingdom.
like, why would they not put that in Animal Kingdom, especially for how hot it gets over there? Like, I'd be jumping in that water. I'd be like swimming in that stuff. Like, let me let me catch up here with the chat. Oh man, I missed like a lot here. Let's see. Um,
That's why we got
Remy
Kali
said,
River Rapids.
Conductor
Conductor
Raid.
raid.
Conductor Raid.
Oh, he's live streaming too, isn't he?
I think in less than an hour, I think he's live streaming. Rudio says my D23 prediction: a theme park conductor gets into the Honda Center with his backpack, and Abby has to carry it as his personal assistant.
Dang.
Wow!
He's trying to take your girl.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh! But you know what's funny, because when we were down in Florida, Abby was very gracious and she offered to hold all our stuff for like rides that she didn't go on. So she held like all our stuff, like my bag, Tommy's bag, uh, theme park conductor's bag. Like, she just had everything on a bench. She was just sitting, waiting for us.
Ah,
Um,
dang.
um,
That's actually generous. I like that.
yeah. And then theme park conductor, I try to be here always to support Holla Gelato, and he absolutely does. Shout out and a big thanks to theme park conductor. Gladly appreciate you, bro. Always. Um,
Then I guess that's all for Epcot. Maybe a wild card prediction. Maybe that's probably gonna be many years from now, but maybe an Aladdin attraction for Morocco.
I'm still waiting on an elaborate Aladdin ride. That's where they can put that thing, because I am so sick and tired of that freaking spinner ride with that camel. I can't. If this, I swear to you, if Disney, here's my bold prediction: I want someone to get up on that stage and says we are taking a wrecking ball to that thing, and I'd be like, yes. Like, you don't have to worry about like bringing something in. Take that thing out. Like, no.
And then I remember when I was at Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom like 10 or 12 years ago. I was a wee kid then. Um I got spat in the face by that thing. Spat.
No, that thing always. Well, the one time, actually, the last time we were down in Florida, it was not on. It was off. So yeah, I dodged it for the first time ever. They did not have it on. Remy D
Yeah,
says,
it got me clean.
yeah.
Headshot.
Remy D says, will Disney talk about movies under the 20th Century Studios label like Predator and more mature content? I'm for sure they'll bring it up. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
for the studio.
They're
Because
for sure
gonna
going
mention,
to.
yeah, because they're going to mention Hulu and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
we got the Disney Plus Hulu 4D theater coming to the show floor.
absolutely. Yeah, got it. Yeah, that backpack. It's like, oh, wait, let's see. Xtina's Fighter 2000, or they might do an IP
I don't think they're
country.
not doing Zootopia. No, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think
They
they
ain't
do
gonna do
that in
that in an Epcot. There's no
2023.
way. There's no way.
But I do think they're going to eventually do something with Zootopia. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more than just that
And then
Zootopia Better Zootgether.
and then what better segment they go to Hollywood Studios?
That's where that would fit. I think would be
Yeah.
Zootopia and
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Zootopia, Hollywood Studios or DCA if that's happening.
Okay,
Or
okay.
if Avatar's happening.
Here's my hot topic of a prediction. Now, again, this is a prediction, folks, so I'm not saying that this is going to be what it's going to be. But I think, honestly, the biggest like headline news would be if they literally cancel out Pandora, which they're not going to. They're not. But I'm just saying, if they canceled out Pandora and they went along with Zootopia.
Yeah, that'd be something. I think I do have several ideas if that does happen. I'll get to that later though. I think for Hollywood Studios, we get more news on Monstropolis. I think we might get like an opening time frame perhaps. A lot of people are speculating it's gonna be a phased opening for Monstropolis, but I'm on the side where that's not gonna happen because I feel like I want to see the land open all in one.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, I would not want.
Because
because
I
the
don't want to.
reason,
I don't want to experience Glob Theater early. I want to experience with the door coaster included.
well, because it's the way that they're giving the storyline of why we're even being able to enter in the monsters world is like they're having this big kind of opening, like for the for humans to enter the monster world. So they're not going to then say, okay, humans are allowed into the monster world, but this part's blocked off for right now. It's
Yeah, no.
that would be so distasteful. Yeah, if you're going to open a
It's
land,
only meant for monsters, not humans.
I could see them doing something like that though. But I honestly would say if you're going to open up a land, open it up completely. I
I feel like
completely.
that's where that. I think that's where all the problems came with Galaxy's Edge was because of that.
It was.
Yeah,
It definitely was, and I hope that they kind of learn from that. Um, but I think that we'll also get intake of what's going into the Glob Theater.
yeah, because I'm thinking it's gonna be a show. Oh shoot, that was my cell phone. My bad. I think if that's the case, I think it will be have a plot similar to Muppet Vision 3D and stuff. You got Mike and Sully, John Goodman and gang reprise their roles as the characters. What else? I think yeah, something similar to Muppet Vision 3D that actually does good homage to them and Jim Henson, perhaps. Just something that's like emotional at the same time, like it's a really good show, because you gotta do it right in that building after you close the beloved attraction.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, if you're going to put something in Muppet Vision 3D, it has to be something spectacular. And again, going back to the we call it Imagineering, when they mention about the new technology for the audio animatronic, they mentioned Mike
Mike
Wazowski.
Wazowski.
I think that's probably what's going to go. Whatever they're
I'm guessing wherever Statler, Waldorf, or Bean Bunny used to be, you could put Mike Wazowski there or Sully on the other end.
That's very true. Yeah, because Bean Bunny was over on the other side of
Hmm.
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, and then yeah,
Um,
I think that's the case. I guess. I mean, not bad.
John, I'm sorry. I don't know if does Dragon Blood think that men will ever come to DCA or Disneyland Forward? Can you reiterate? I think something like
Men,
this. Yeah, I don't think that was the word he was referring to.
Men in Black.
Could you, could you reiterate can you reiterate the question? 'Cause I'm not exactly sure. Remy D says, do you think Animation Courtyard is just saving the spot for a Zootopia land and the surrounding
Uh,
backlot? Ooh.
I think for right now, since it already got fully revamped and what have you, I don't see Animation Corps going anywhere anytime soon. And then 2 months from now, we got Magic at Disney Animation opening. I know we do have the expansion plot behind it though. Maybe Zootopia could go there in that expansion plot, like right behind Animation Courtyard.
Behind it, yeah, I don't think they would actually get rid of the.
Not with all the changes that came to it.
Yeah, I think honestly, I kind of like them going back to the original concept. Uh,
Yeah, because it's classic Disney's Hollywood Studios.
yeah, so I like, but I think honestly, it would be a nice transition if they put Zootopia in the back there. If they did,
Yeah, because maybe you're stepping into this utopia, maybe this Disney anime, you have to go through the like say I have a cool creative idea about this. You have to get to Zootopia by entering into the magic of Disney animation. On the other side is an entrance into Zootopia. Like you're getting into this Disney animation. You're in Zootopia.
yeah, that is very true. Yeah, because it's like not a portal, but it's like yeah, it's like moving
Like
into
you're being
that
transported
space.
into another world.
Yeah, yeah, I could definitely see that. And as I said, I could see Zootopia. I see Zootopia going into Hollywood Studios before Animal Kingdom. I know
Yeah,
in the past I said, "Oh, Zootopia, it's about animals." I mean, come on, it would fit perfectly in Animal Kingdom. But the more
that's
I
what
think
Better
about it,
Together speaks at Animal Kingdom, and I don't like it.
well, that's just it. It's like that is just one little piece, and it doesn't fit, and it's in the Tree of Life. So, can you imagine a full land?
But I got a full rant about that in just a second, but I'm not going to get to that right now. But I'm thinking maybe I think I want some Star Wars stuff perhaps. Like maybe they bring the characters from Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge over to Florida. Maybe they announce that.
They could announce that. I could definitely see that happening. And I think another wild card prediction for me would be announce that restaurant that was meant to go into with Oga's Cantina for Galaxy's Edge. And they have it at
Yeah.
both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So I think they would make that announcement.
And then maybe a third attraction, perhaps, that could. I mean, that's probably me going over the rails right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. We got Foxglove Ferry. Welcome in. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Amusement Park Pirates. Hello, everyone. Stopping in to give a quick hi and a like before my stream tonight. Everybody's streaming tonight here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Welcome in.
Pretty
And
news
thank you
heavy
so much,
days.
Park Pirates, for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Where was I going?
We were at Galaxy's Edge for a
Galaxy's
moment.
Edge, yeah. And then also too, because they're going to have a D23, they're going to have the droids.
Yeah, at the Imagineering Pavilion, the PDX droids are going to roam around, and they got that new droid with the self-serve drinks.
Yeah, which they said that they're going to add that into Disneyland.
To Disneyland at the end of this year, I think.
Yeah. And then we got Tommy Toon in the world.
Tommy Toon, yo. What's going on, my man?
Going on? Was there anything else for Hollywood Studios for you?
I don't know right now at the moment. Yeah, I think maybe actually there's two things actually. I almost forgot about Star Tours and the Indiana Jones show.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
What I think could happen, like in the future, maybe they will take those two out. And what could they come with? I'm not gonna say Marvel because we're east of the Mississippi River. If we can move it, but that's not possible.
I think honestly, if that ever does change with a like a contract agreement with Universal, I think if Marvel is able to go into a park, it will
be Hollywood Studios.
It'll be Hollywood Studios, yeah.
And then I guess if they're gonna, I could see Star Tours, Indiana Jones leaving. Indiana Jones, I don't think will serve no purpose after Tropical Americas opens.
Into Animal Kingdom.
But we're gonna be moving to Animal Kingdom after this segment. I think what they could do, if Moana's not going to Magic Kingdom or Paris, it's going to Hollywood Studios and it's gonna replace Indiana Jones. Like they demolished the entire stage show for the log flume ride, and Hollywood Studios could use a water ride.
I agree with you. I think because that's the it does need a water ride.
That's the only park that doesn't have a water ride.
Yeah, but I could definitely see, if not Star Tours, I could see them removing the Indiana Jones show. I know it's been there from the very beginning.
I know it's a fan favorite too, but like with Tropical Americas coming, would it be necessary to keep it?
It's a big chunk of real estate.
Yeah, and you could really make a lot.
If I had to make a prediction of like what would go there, if they were to announce, I know that they may hold it for Marvel, but I don't know if they would hold it for that long.
No, I don't expect Marvel to go that specific spot. I think Marvel, if I had to say, that expansion plot where I think Zootopia could go if they do Zootopia in Walt Disney World.
I mean, technically, they could do Zootopia in where Indiana Jones is.
They could do it there too. I'm not opposed to that. But like I say, then maybe for Star Tours, maybe like a Lilo and Stitch attraction, similar to Star Tours. Like you're on the spaceship.
I personally would love to see, if they were to do something with Moana or Lilo and Stitch, I would do more of like the Hawaiian kind of style, like with the...
Maybe you do like a Hawaiian themed area in Hollywood Studios that kind of competes with Tropical Americas in a way.
Or I would say kind of like revamp Adventureland, and again, that's where we go back to the Jungle Cruise, just saying.
Yeah. We didn't mention it, guys. Don't yell at us now.
Yep. And then Xtina's Fighter 2000 says the Tower of Terror.
I don't think so, unfortunately. The Twilight Zone's too iconic. It's completely in merch sales. It's an icon of Walt Disney World in general. It's one of the 4 major icons. Everyone knows what it is across the entire planet. I don't see them taking it away at all. I think it's a permanent edition. It will stay a permanent edition, like forever. I'm sorry. That's where I stand.
My hot take would be keep the Twilight theme, but let's get better let's get it revamped. Like let's add
Like
more.
add new. I would even I mind adding new effects and what have you, and maybe some new scenes. Like that's
That's
cool.
what I mean. Like I wonder if they would
Because
eventually.
what Paris is doing with their Tower of Terror, they're adding new stuff into their Twilight Zone, and it's still Twilight Zone themed.
Well, maybe they'd actually do that, like maybe after Space Mountain, because it seems like they're jumping and they're like updating a lot of their classic attractions by adding stuff to it.
And yeah, and then me willing they do the Yeti for Expedition Everest.
Well, hopefully, because we get to see Joe Rody this year at D23. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
and I actually reserved for the meet and greet with him at Talent Central. Hopefully,
Oh,
I get that.
is that one of your? Was that one of your?
That was one of mine, so I may ask him that question. So
Hopefully,
he
hopefully
may
you.
not know. I don't. He may not even know at all. For all
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, hopefully you get it, because that's the thing too. Is with these RSPs is nothing is guaranteed. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get what we want, or at least some of the things. As I said, I'm good to go as long as I get that Alan Menken concert. I'm
As
fine.
long as I get the Leslie Iwerks documentary, I'm good. Because I will.
Yeah, see,
I
I
mean,
think.
I'm not gonna complain if I don't get it because I can watch Disney Plus the next day.
Oh no, but that's why. Like, if I don't get the Alan Menken concert, I'm going to be rolling around the floor and kicking and screaming, throwing a tantrum.
And then,
um,
I guess yeah, that's it for Hollywood Studios for
yeah.
now.
Let's see. Xtina Fighter says Indiana Jones could be replaced by an Avengers stunt show. The ones usable. So they said like the ones usable if they could do something for a stunt show.
Well,
I
who
will say
could you use
miss.
though?
I miss this. I don't. Well.
Who could you use though outside of Guardians?
Mm,
It's so tough because Marvel has, if not everyone, over in IOA.
yeah, that's a tough one. I will say though, I do love when they did the little stunt show that was on top by the Quinjet over Adventures Campus, which I don't know if we'll ever get that back, but that was just a little side
Oh,
thing.
with Black Widow and Taskmaster.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
Maybe they'll bring it back with the camp's expansion, perhaps. Who
I hope
knows?
so. I hope so. I think Zootopia will be Toy Storied and be spread around the parks. Oh, so like they won't just have like one thing of Zootopia in one specific park. It'll be like spread around the park. So like Hollywood
I
Studios.
don't know.
You don't think they would do? You think it would just be
I
like
don't know
a placement thing?
because it's so confusing. Because we don't have that much of Zootopia content.
Let's see. Many dogs. We will come back to this comment when we get over to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I do have some thought process on that.
I don't care if it's an hour-long discussion on that specific plot of land because it's a lot.
Let's see.
And then what else?
Really quick.
Eternal stunt. I don't see that happening, especially since the movie flopped and what have you. Shang-Chi's not utilized. Maybe we could probably use him.
Shang-Chi would be kind of cool. I feel bad, honestly. Shang-Chi gets like that like scrapped because like I can't wait for the sequel. Like I actually enjoyed it, to be honest.
I enjoyed that movie too. I did. Doctor Strange is possible, but I don't know if he's utilized a Marvel Superhero Island.
Let's see.
Wait, is he?
Of Doctor Strange?
Yeah. I don't.
Ooh,
I heard yes and no's, but I don't. I want to make sure.
If anyone knows in the comments, is Doctor Strange showcased at Marvel Superhero Island at IOA?
Like whether it's a paint or not.
Yeah. If he's just showcased even in a mural, they can't.
You can't even use him.
Rudio says Jodie Benson is going to come out for the Alan Menken presentation, and George will be carrying Conductor and Abby home.
Isn't she going to be at that Rewind concert for the afternoon people?
I think so. Yeah, because that's going to be for
Little Mermaid's part of it, and she may be on stage.
Oh, she'll be on stage for that for sure. Yeah, as I said, because that's going to be for when we're over at the Honda Center. But like as I said,
back to Magic Kingdom real quick. Can we get a proper Little Mermaid ride that's actually not just for babies?
I think honestly, I would love to see like better audio animatronics. I think I'm glad that they utilize the Little Mermaid but I feel like for how great that movie is, that ride really doesn't do
It's
it
short
justice.
to me. It's just short, like, and just it only show like a certain percentage of the entire movie, and not all of it.
That is very true.
Because
That
you
is
don't have
very
Vanessa has no presence in it. Vanessa has no presence.
well, and I
The
when
chef
they show
doesn't too.
when they show the initial concept of um like where Ursula like grow like she's gigantic, where she has the trident and it's raining.
Yeah. Why
They cut
wasn't that in the ride?
they cut the whole scene out there.
Yeah, it's just a little it's just a little piece of theming at that one scene, and that's it.
Yeah,
But anyway, Animal Kingdom time, I guess. Which I guess I'm gonna save Avatar like as a segue.
yeah. So Extina says, I heard they used Doctor Strange before at Walt Dis- Disney World.
I never heard that.
Um, let's see. I think Disney probably did and lowballed it. I'm not sure.
I guess it might have been promotion for the movie like 10 years ago, but
And then why hasn't Disney offered Universal a check for the superhero stuff? I think honestly, they probably have, and they're probably going to continue to. I just think right now Universal's not ready to let it go yet.
I don't think they have a full plans for that area of IOA yet.
Yeah, because once they do, they're forced to remove Marvel Superhero Island, and I don't think they're ready for that yet.
They may save that for last because
Yeah,
everyone likes the Spider-Man ride.
yeah, I do. I actually love that ride.
I know a lot of fans would be upset to see that go.
um, so you had mentioned Animal Kingdom, so I guess this is like
Correct.
kind of
Sorry.
part of it. So John says, "Do you think they'll do another show in the water at Animal Kingdom?"
I
He's
think I think this is the time where they may announce that because you're adding two no you're adding two brand new attractions in the catalog for Animal Kingdom, and then you got the reskin of Dinosaur. Why not bring that all the nighttime entertainment back? You know, because Animal Kingdom could definitely use that. And
yeah,
then
yeah. I actually here's the thing. I know it had a lot of issues with the Rivers of Light. I get it, but it still was a very
and
energetic
then
nighttime.
WDI and then WDI's been testing those water audio animatronic figures as well. If you see it on the YouTube on their YouTube channel.
Yes, it's sort of like for like the. I think they're going
They
to
did one for
utilize.
they did one for the Elu for Avatar, and then and the grandma from Moana.
Yeah, I think they're going to utilize it for either one of those IPs. But
But
yeah,
those could be for Disneyland Paris. I don't know.
it's hard to tell with Imagineer R&D, but I think honestly that would be a prediction to the fact of like bringing another nighttime show to Animal Kingdom. I
And then
think
you don't even have to use fireworks because you have drones, and they've been testing a bunch of drones lately out there.
yeah, it was just so refreshing to see a nighttime show during Animal Kingdom. I loved being in there at night when you could actually walk through Pandora and see the bioluminescent forest and the tree of life lit up.
Yeah,
So
and
I
then you
want to
got
see
the
that.
Rivers of Light over by Asia and stuff. And if you're lucky, you could catch that show while you're on Expedition Everest.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then yeah, I guess Expedition Everest is the wild card, but maybe a revamp or maybe a revamp with the new Yeti audio animatronic. We'll see. That's a wild card for me as well because they could announce it any time.
yeah, absolutely. And I think again, it seems simple, but I think the fans would go nuts because I know you had mentioned Expedition Everest. A wild take with Joe Rogan
Fans,
being there.
fans, fans have been requesting that for years.
I mean, if they do decide maybe when Tropical Americas opens, um, and Encanto's open and Indiana Jones is open, they may take Expedition Everest down and they may give it that revamp too.
Yeah, cause they've been doing it with Magic Kingdom stuff, and
Um,
maybe Tower Terror, but who knows?
John, to your question, I'm not 100% sure
I don't
why
know.
the
I'm not familiar with Paris,
probably
unfortunately.
Peter would probably be your guy to that question. I think he would know.
I'm not familiar with Paris, unfortunately. If I was French and I was a local there, then so be it. I will tell you.
Yeah, with the croissant.
The croissant.
Croissant. Um, and then
And
John,
then Paul. Oh, sorry.
sorry, I just want to say, we're gonna hold this once we head over to DCA, for that part as well. So,
Everything Disneyland's coming soon. I promise,
yeah,
guys. Just hang on.
yeah.
Hang on.
Um, Animal Kingdom, another.
Pandora. I guess I actually want to talk Avatar because this is
Go
a good
for it.
segue, and that could lead into the DCA talk. We have this expansion plot.
Sorry, really quick. Have a good night, amusement park pirates, and have a great stream.
Yep. And then we have this plot of land next to Animal Kingdom. No, not what am I doing? Sorry, Pandora. There's this big plot of land north of Satuli Canteen, and then you got this big plot of land north of Satuli Canteen that could be utilized for theme park expansion. If plans don't come through for Disney California Adventures Avatar Lands, I could very well see it maybe come to Florida as a compromise to calm fans down. And
I mean,
then yeah,
I could definitely see in the future a Pandora expansion in general.
or
Um,
maybe if they don't do Pandora, maybe they'll do Lion King.
it's possible. I'm surprised again we didn't already get. I don't know what it is with
I'm
the
surprised we didn't even get that Lion King ride.
like everything with the Renaissance. Like that would be a wild card decision for me to make a prediction. I would go nuts if they just made one Renaissance drop for the
But you
domestic.
know what Disney gave you during that time? Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Like, man,
Just for
like
that Lion King and Little Mermaid segment in Aladdin. That's all you got.
they did all four of them. They did all four of them in Mickey's PhilharMagic. They did The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King.
And we're
Like,
gonna give them to international parks. Goodbye, domestic.
man, alive. Like, I want to see
We're gonna
something.
we're just gonna give you a short duration Little Mermaid ride.
Yeah, Xtina's Fighter says the Badlands from the world of Predator. See, I can kind of see
That
them going that
maybe
route.
that could go to Animal Kingdom too. Maybe
Yeah,
something unique.
I think that's what he's referring to. I like that route because then you're utilizing the 20th
Because you're
century.
going onto another alien planet as well.
I was even thinking like even doing Planet of the Apes. You know, you can
Planet
kind
of
of
the Apes is another good one too. Because not to mention we have that expansion plot north of Expedition Everest to Kali River Rapids. We could definitely utilize.
that would be really cool. I
Maybe we
could
bring
see
back maybe we bring back Beastly Kingdom one day. That's possible.
Oh, that's a good one. Can they really can even though they kind of brought it back the mythical side of Pandora, but can we see a Beastly Kingdom? That would be
Because Pandora's aliens. I'd love to see like maybe we get mythical creatures, you know.
that is very true.
And then if they were to bring back dinosaurs, maybe some like new version of Dinoland perhaps, or like a prehistoric animal area.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they could. I think if they did something really well with dinosaurs, it has to be because I know they tried it. I think Universal has the upper hand because they have the
Because of
Jurassic.
Jurassic.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, in time, you never know. I mean, that's a hot take. Remy D says, I'm going to be honest, while fans will love it, I'm not sure if the ROI is worth the Yeti repair. The ride is still popular even in its current state. That is very true. And here's the thing I have to say. The Yeti
That's
itself,
just me. That's just my wishful thinking, though.
yeah, I mean, that's mine too. That's my the Yeti itself is fine. Now, don't get me wrong; it's been off for years, so it probably needs new gears and pieces. But yeah, that's probably how it would move, turning it on. The problem is the AA is so massive and it moves so quickly with the hydraulics is that it's cracking the foundation of the platform it's standing on, and then it's cracking parts of the mountain. So really,
And if
it's
you kept it on, there would have been a terrible accident.
yeah. I think honestly, so to fix the Yeti is
You gotta rebuild everything.
you would have to go like you would have to literally crack open the mountain, remove the Yeti, remove the platform it's on, rebuild that platform to hold much stronger.
And then put new hydraulics and everything inside the Yeti with the new A1000 technology, what have you. Repaint that
Exactly.
thing, and then yeah, that then so forth, so forth.
Oh, I like these ones. Okay, this would be perfect for Animal Kingdom if this actually works out well. Remy D says, "How about this new land in Animal Kingdom, Antarctica, with an Ice Age attraction? Ice Age has a ton of funny
Ice
lines.
Age.
I mean, if this new movie, Boiling Point,
If it does well, then yeah, they might do it.
I can, and in that way, they can kind of bring back the prehistoric times.
Yeah,
But
and
it would be,
theoretically you could bring dinosaur back.
yeah, I mean, because it wouldn't be like solely focused on dinosaurs, but you could have
You
like
could
the
have dinosaurs involved.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but and then you could have like the mammoth, the saber-toothed tiger, saber-toothed squirrel, sloth. Like that would be
The
perfect.
whole gang.
That would be really cool. I like that
The
idea.
the Ice Age baby too.
Oh yeah, you have to add Scrat's little baby, of course. I hope we get news on that too, because that first teaser trailer looked hilarious.
Yeah, I think we might get more news on that movie at D23 this year for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
Um,
I guess we could move on to DCA talk for Disney. Actually, no, let's go to Disneyland Park first because I want to say a few things.
okay,
So I want Murphy to come back. I want Murphy back.
of
We gotta
course.
see what's going
Oh
on.
wait, no wait. Sorry. I gotta rewind because I have one more thing for Animal Kingdom. I'm
Oh
so very
shoot.
sorry. One more thing, and then we can get on to the Disneyland. Because I wanted to ask you this because I wanted to hear you actually say it from the last chat. You had made a bold prediction
Oh.
that I never really thought about until you actually said it. So we
Oh
were having a
man.
conversation about adding Paradise Falls into Tropical Americas, and I thought, okay, that would be great because it's
And so
Paradise
I thought
Falls.
about you get rid of the Nemo Theater. You demolish that thing.
Yeah, so I thought, and then when you said that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like you have this theater that has Finding Nemo. It's right smack dab in between Asia and Tropical Americas. Where does that fit? And then when you said get rid of the Nemo theater and maybe you could have an expansion of Tropical
And there's a
Americas,
plot of
where,
land behind it too.
yeah. So I mean, so if you want to like reiterate on that really quickly.
Yeah, so I actually thought of this idea many moons ago, to be honest. When Tokyo Disneyland announced their changes to Adventureland in the near future, up when I saw Paradise Falls, I'm like, oh, that would fit great Animal Kingdom, and what better way to fit that would be in tropical Americas, right? So I did my research on the location and surrounding area. The building, not I don't think the Finding Nemo theater is that popular anymore. If I had to guess, I'm not too sure though. And I was like,
I
oh,
think like for like the little ones, or if you want to go in like the air conditioned to beat the heat, I think it's a cute show. But I loved when it was originally like the beat for beat Finding Nemo story, like with the musical and everything, and they kind of like shorten it down after COVID. So it's okay. It's an okay show.
and then I'm like, oh, I think that I think because Finding Nemo is everywhere. If Finding Nemo has a lot more things in Epcot. And
Yeah.
I do have a compromise for that show actually to bring it over to Epcot instead of having Animal Kingdom. Like
Yeah.
you expand the sea based pavilion, and you could have that show.
Absolutely. But yeah, I would love if that's the case and they can expand Tropical Americas and
And
put in
you
Paradise
bring that
Falls.
incredible up attraction from Tokyo. Whenever that contract ends with the LLC, then yeah,
Well, and I
there you
think
go.
honestly we're going to hear about that too. As I had mentioned before, I think we're going to hear a lot of like the international parks, what's going to go into Tokyo, Disney Sea, their Adventureland, the second park for Shanghai, the Spider-Man attractions at Hong Kong and Shanghai,
Yep.
Japan's cruise ship. We're going to hear all that.
Yeah, that's a guarantee. I mean, I'm probably will dive into international for sure, because why not? They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but yeah,
okay,
I guess
so okay, now going back, you were mentioning about the dragon over at Disneyland.
correct. So I've thought about like what's going on with that project because didn't they announce that they're gonna plan to bring it back in the future or something?
Yeah, so they said Gardner Holt, who actually worked on the original Dragon, he is working on a newer one, but he did say it does take time, but he is working on it. It's just not knowing when.
And
I would like
that
for
caught on
them,
fire in 2023. Yeah.
yeah, I would like for them to make the announcement at D23 this year because it would be like a nice like add-on. I just wonder like when he would be ready. I don't know if they're waiting for the 75th or if it's going to be prior.
I think they want it. I think they want to come as safely and as soon as possible.
Yeah. John, not yet. We will get into the
But they're later.
international parks afterwards. Yeah.
And then, yeah, if they do it, and if they do it like in a safely timed manner and then pretty quick, we might see it within the next few years. If they make that announcement, of course, and they confirm it's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
think,
I figured this dragon would have a lot more movement and stuff, maybe more fluidity, perhaps. But
yeah.
since it's a show, I don't know.
I also think too, this kind of falls into Disneyland Park, but I think just Disney overall, and this is another prediction of mine. Somewhere they're gonna, I think, bring up sort of like how they did Disneyland 70th. I think it's too early for them to bring up the 75th. However, I think they're gonna give us maybe the first poster of what Mickey's 100th celebration is gonna look like for Mickey's.
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah. 2028, because that D23 will showcase Mickey's 100th. But I think the announcement initially will come.
Maybe if they don't, they will probably see that Destination D23.
That's another thing too. That is true.
And then yeah, maybe they announce a revamped Phantasmic, but they bring back the old props and what have you that everyone wanted, like the TikTok Gator.
I would love for them to go back to the original choreographed Phantasmic.
Like maybe they bring back the Gator. They bring TikTok back.
That would be cool. Or bring like a newer rendition of TikTok Croc. You know.
Yeah, like maybe it moves its head. You know, what have you? Maybe it has little arms.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool. Yeah, because the newer choreographed Phantasmic, or they may do a complete. Someone mentioned in the, I don't know, maybe it was you. Someone mentioned in the last live stream.
I didn't mention really anything Phantasmic.
Like a Phantasmic 3.0.
That wasn't me.
Okay, that wasn't you. Okay, someone in the chat mentioned it, but what do you think, like, just of a newer rendition? Like, they're going to add a new dragon. Can you see them doing a brand new Phantasmic?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see though. I mean, I would love to see them bring back the original for nostalgia purposes, because it resonated with a lot of people compared to the current one.
Yeah, but yeah, I think honestly, just bringing the dragon back in general, like that's
it's gonna erupt the theater.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they have, again, I don't know if they'll have a timestamp to it, but just announcing the dragon.
They give us a concept art and then, hey, say it's coming back, then so be it.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
And then, yeah, everyone's favorite land that they want to be changed completely, Tomorrowland. I thought they may do the same thing as Magic Kingdom, like they do in Phase. I'm not a big fan of doing it for Disneyland, completely demolishing it, because capacity is very tight at Disneyland. Very tight.
Yeah, I think honestly they're not going to touch Disneyland's Tomorrowland until they do a little bit more with Disneyland Forward, possibly. The rumored, as I said, we were discussing earlier with Frozen going into the Lilo and Stitch parking lot. They're going to need something else before they close down that part of the park. Plus,
I thought maybe do we do in the phases again? Like maybe they announce they bring People Mover back, perhaps. Like,
oh, that's true. Yeah, they may just. That's true. They may do it in the phases. The problem with Disneyland's Tomorrowland is they have so many things interconnected that you have the monorail that loops around where Autopia is and the subs, and then you have the Matterhorn right there. It's just like everything is just so like interconnected that to remove, or even the motorboat area, because they don't use that. They said that they were going to utilize something with that, but in order to do that, they have to do something else with something else.
And that's like, when that whole speculation they're going to bring the same Beauty and the Beast attraction from Tokyo was coming into.
Like it would be part of like Fantasyland rather than Tomorrowland. Yeah.
Like they get rid of Autopia, perhaps. I don't know. It's not going to happen though anytime soon because we're getting the electric cars.
I think honestly, they'll probably touch upon that too. They'll touch upon the electric cars, but I think honestly that is just a Band-Aid for the time being. They just have to comply with
Disney was forced to do it by the county.
Yeah, because it's through the state of California, so they don't pay any more fines. They already did pay a fine, so they're like, fine, we're not ready to take out Autopia, but we'll comply with it right now. But yeah, I think it's honestly just a band-aid at this moment.
Yeah, and then maybe they announced People Mover back. I think for this People Mover, you probably have some Tron elements into it, like the original People Mover did back in the 80s.
Mm.
But you could have like the newer Tron moves with Tron Legacy and Tron Ares. Even though people are mixed about Tron Ares, I enjoyed it per se, but like you could still utilize it.
I thought the graphics and like the technology used behind Tron Ares was cool. The
People just didn't like
storyline,
the characters or the writing.
yeah, that was like that's
And
where it lost.
people, and of course, all your typical Jared Leto hate.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like the actual like technology it did to make the movie, I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I know. And the ILM said it was their hardest movie recently too. ILM,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because they're the ones responsible for Transformers as well, which was complex CGI.
Oh yeah. ILM like they like. I think it's so funny. Like they work like with all different studios. Like they work with Paramount, Warner Brothers, Sony, Disney, Universal. Like they just go all around.
Yeah, even though they're a Disney company.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, even like Pixar and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
what-
yeah, maybe this People Mover, you still even pay how much to the original on 50s People Mover? Like have the vehicles just like it, you know? That'd be pretty cool. Make it
I
different
mean,
from
yeah,
Magic
if
Kingdoms.
they make a comeback, which I think honestly, if they didn't even mention anything else of Tomorrowland, but they said the People Mover, that's
Dude, people will be so happy.
yeah, like for now, I think that would be just a thing to make them happy to say, hey, People Mover's coming back.
Cause I remember 2 years ago, people investigated the track and they said it was still usable.
Yeah, they said that the track is still it still could be refined to be used. Obviously, it just needs like a little fixer upper. In the word
Yeah,
frozen, but
maybe they are planning something perhaps, but we don't know it yet and probably won't know until maybe this will catch us off guard.
yeah, very true. Um, Now, was there? I'm trying to think if there. See, that's the only thing they need to.
Disneyland, I think that's it at the moment. And of course the
Yeah,
Galaxy's Edge stuff.
yeah, like the
Like I
same
said.
thing you mentioned with Galaxy's Edge. As I said, they can get like that sit down restaurant and what have you.
Disneyland Forward, I do not expect any news of that this year.
No, 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 no. That'll probably be in the 2028 D23. But
Now,
they will.
however, though, they will probably bring up the Eastern Gateway project since that's already under construction right now. I think as I speak,
Oh yeah, the Eastern
it's in the
Gateway.
early stages.
Yeah, they'll bring up the Eastern Gateway, and then of course the projects that are going on over at DCA because DCA is going like once DCA like finishes with these projects, it's going to
Mhm.
be they're going to be
They're
like
gonna
it's
be doubled in capacity.
yeah,
And then,
like
yeah, what better way to segue into that and then the elusive Pandora and Zootopia situation?
yeah, like I said it before and I'll say it again. They have to make an announcement for Avatar at some point during this D23. They have to give us something. If they don't mention
Yeah.
nothing at all, or they just bring it up and they just say, well, there'll be more in the coming soon and all that. It's like, okay,
No.
you're beating this dead horse with a stick too long. Like put it out of its misery and just say you're going to
It
do
feels
it.
like more like if that's the case, it's a Bob Iger fantasy.
Yeah, and it very well could be, but they say that they're still going to do it. So hopefully, like it's immaculate because I want Disney to.
I want Avatar in California. The
Yeah,
Californians
I
want
want
it.
them to succeed. I don't want them to fail. But then yeah, with that, and then you had mentioned like with the water animatronics that they could be utilizing for
Hmm.
that
That
attraction.
could be utilized for that new land too, perhaps.
Yeah, it could just be in the land itself. That could be very true.
But like, I'm so confused on how the transition's gonna work from like you're going past Philhar Magic and Disney Junior, and then you make a left and there's Avatar, and
See
I'm
that?
like,
Yes, the transition for me. And again, I know, like when you had mentioned, like sight lines, like don't really hinder your thing. And as I said, I'll still enjoy it no matter what. But there still has to be some cohesiveness, and it can't just be thrown in like to say, okay, we're going to throw this in just because, and we're going to call it a day. You still have to have.
No.
I
And
don't
with
know.
James Cameron's probably involved on this too, so that's probably some other thing why it's taking a while.
That's true. And honestly, I don't really think that they would do something that would be kind of uncreative where he would agree with. I think he
And
would
and
kinda
not
like
to mention James Cameron's coming on that new Leslie Iwerks documentary coming out, so they may bring up Avatar.
it very well could. Now wait, the Leslie Iwerks documentary, is that on Sunday?
Yeah, it is on the premiere of D23 is on the Sunday, the
Okay, so
last
that's
day.
interesting that the documentary is going to premiere after the
If they
park,
say nothing at the Parks panel, they probably will bring something up during that documentary, or they may do it the following Monday.
or they
If
may just
neither, it's
showcase
not
stuff,
happening.
or they just may showcase stuff in the documentary that can't be announced until the parks presentation is done
Yeah, like
first.
they show like I don't think a documentary would show closing day for Monsters Inc. Not possible because it's a documentary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think if they announce the full closing day for Monsters Inc. Mach and Solar to the rescue, I think that's not until a Disney Parks blog post. Because I don't think they want to say that out loud in the Honda Center.
I agree. Um but yeah, I think honestly just with in general, like with Avatar, with Coco, um the Avengers expansion, like once all that is done, like then we'll move on to Disneyland Forward. But until
Mm-hmm.
then, um yeah, we're going to focus probably on these projects before that even gets mentioned. So, yeah, I think again that's going to be the thing for DCA. I don't think they're going to add anything new for DCA, only to the fact of just updating us with those
I
projects.
thought like maybe one thing they do announce, perhaps entertainment wise, is bringing back the original World of Color,
Ooh, yeah, I
and you
would
get
be.
rid of
I
the
would
and you
be
get
on.
rid of the virtual queue of it alongside that.
I would be for it for the original World of Color because I'm sorry, I'm done with World of Color happiness. I'm done with World of Color 1. I'm done with just give me the World of
What was
Color.
disappointing about World of Color 1, other than the fact they added Star Wars to it?
I think that's what it like after the original World of Color, they did so many variations that it just felt like incohesive. Like they
Hmm.
just like grabbed like pieces of different IP and just like let's just throw this all together and see if it makes sense. The original World of Color actually felt like it had a nice flow to it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I agree with you. I would really love the original World of Color to come back. I actually remember, I'll never forget. I actually was with Rudio. We actually got to watch the final World of Color up on top of because I think he was staying at one of the I forget what the hotel was, but we were staying. He was staying like on the he had a balcony. So
Oh,
like
Pixar Place?
no, it was uh,
Oh,
was it
it wasn't Disney property, was it?
no, it was Disney property. It was in one of the like the bigger rooms. Like it had like a no, it wasn't in his room. It was like on the balcony like of the hotel he was staying at. But it was either Grand Cali. I think it was Grand. It might have been. It had to be Grand Cali because it was like right.
It was facing the pier, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Abby said yeah. The Grand Cali. It's
Hmm.
Grand Cali. That's where we watched the final show of the original World of Color. And that was a great way to kind of like end it to actually watch that. That was really cool. But I agree with you with that with the World of Color.
And then I
Um
think I think what else we could see for DCA is opening time frame for Avengers Campus expansion, and then maybe some sprinkles alongside that cake. Perhaps we get maybe main entertainment we announced is going to come back. Maybe even announcement if Rogers the Musical returns. Use the Hyperion again.
if they utilize the Hyperion, they may.
I think that'd be pretty good for a debut of both attractions, in my opinion, because you're adding more it's worth.
Well, that's a prediction in itself. Does the Hyperion stay? And if it
Because
does,
with
they're going to actually
Avatar,
do
we'll
it.
see. Because I've heard in previous times that Hyperion's safe from Pandora, but is it really?
I've heard that Imagineers want to save it, but it's like at the end of the day, is it going to be? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, this was going kind of back a little bit. A new ride in Adventureland at Disneyland. Right now, no. I don't think they'll have anything new in Adventureland. I feel like with Disneyland, opposite of DCA, like they'll add stuff in Disneyland, but I feel like Disneyland is kind of like in a safe haven right now. There's like so much to do, and then it's like if you touch anything,
And plus, Disneyland got recently a bunch of changes with Galaxy's Edge and the new Toontown.
yeah. So I feel like because like Pirates of the Caribbean is like Abby's all-time favorite ride.
Oh, Tiana's as well.
If if they did anything to Pirates, they would have a hothead Filipina that would be going to City Hall for that because don't touch her Pirates because that is her ride. So, but like that's just the point. Like I feel like Disneyland is kind of safe in that way. So I feel like that they can
Just a
add
small,
stuff.
like People Mover and Murphy, pretty much. That's
Yeah.
from what I'll say.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you think they could reimagine some of the rides in Fantasyland at
Mm,
Disney?
I know they did
Um,
Snow White.
they could revamp Pinocchio. Um,
Pinocchio's possible, but I don't know.
I don't think
Pinocchio's
they would actually take out like the actual dark rides. I feel like
no.
Fantasyland again is
They go
it
back. They go back to opening day.
like and it's kind of like again it's safe. Like you have everything kind of
And plus, that's the where you can only find the only Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
yeah, which I hope they never touch that one. Oh my lord. Why do they have to wait? Why do they have to give something? What happens if
What do
they
you
don't?
what do you mean?
Wait, am I missing?
What do you mean?
That might I don't know. That might have came from something else. I don't know. Many dogs. If you could reiterate, I might have missed something. What this question? What does this?
Yeah, it's confusing,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Um. Yeah. Abby says, yeah. Don't touch pirates. Well, why wait? While we wait for many dogs to respond to that, because again, it might have got lost in translation somewhere.
And then
Um.
yeah, my thoughts on Avengers Infinite Defense and Stark Flightlight, for those who don't know, I am really excited for the campus expansion. I think what I've been told about Infinite Defense, it's gonna be just like Rise of the Resistance. I have been told. I have been told.
I kind of hope not. Like for how long we've been waiting for this thing, like I want something. I feel like Rise of the Resistance is still a great ride, but I feel like
But like
that
it's gonna be
was
Rise. It's gonna be like a Marvel version, pretty much. But not. It's not gonna like copycat Rise of the Resistance, the same ride system. No, 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 no. It's
yeah,
gonna be
like
unique in its own way with its advanced technology, just like Rise of Resistance is
and it
itself.
looks
Because
like that there's a multi-level, so it looks like you'll be like going
so if you know Transformers down to Universal chat, it uses multiple levels. Kind of like you get to the second floor, there's more of your show scenes, and then your first floor is where your queue and loading is.
yeah.
I think that's how Avengers is gonna work. And from the construction, it looks like it's gonna have 2 floors.
I mean that building is massive. Like looking at the
Like
construction
Stark,
of it.
I think both the Stark Flatlet space and Infinite Defense are the same space. Like they're both the same exact size, somewhat.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and they did say it's gonna combine both physical and digital stuff. So for those who are just expecting just screens, which for me, I don't want just screens. I would love to see audio animatronics around the place. I think this is also a attraction where they could actually still debut the facial projection technology as well, because that's probably their intention. They probably will use that for Avengers, because you remember if you remember the guy's face, the Kevin Feige thing, the Kevin Feige face,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah. I
they use
remember.
the blood marks. They may use
Yeah.
that for like maybe King Thanos or something.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, because they could have like scratches and bruises and stuff like that. So yeah, they very well could. They very well could
That's
utilize
probably
it.
it's probably going to be used for Avengers for some characters anyway that probably don't have like really can't do an articulated face with.
Which they very well could showcase that, not even just at the D23 showcase, but maybe on the Expo
Oh,
showroom
I would
floor as
love to
well.
see that.
Yeah,
Like
that would
you
be
bring
really
that
cool.
exact you bring that exact dummy from we call it Imagineering, and you have it there on display.
Yeah, put it in the Imagineering Pavilion. That would
And
be really
maybe
cool.
you give you give the attendees a remote, and they can control like which facial expression, etc. they want
Very
for a
true.
couple minutes, like how
Yeah,
you could for the BDX droids.
yeah. Why not? Um,
And then Coco, I don't Coco. We'll see for a time frame we might get for Coco. Telephone right now, since it's still in its beginning stages.
I don't know if we'll get like an opening date for Coco. I think we'll get more of like showcase of like maybe like what the ride is actually going to look like inside, but also
And
how it's going
then
to look like when it's
I
finished.
wouldn't be surprised they give us a little miniature model of the boat itself at the Imagineering Pavilion either for Coco.
Yeah, I mean
Because
it's
I expect the
possible.
boat to be a lot like a smaller sized boat, like just like I forgot Navi River Journey. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Like something of that nature, because what they usually do inside the Imagineering like pavilion, they'll have these little maquette models of the ride vehicles like in display cases.
and that's what
So,
Avengers got 2 years ago.
yeah. So I
And
feel like
and one of the characters for the Tropical America's Carousel.
yeah, so I think they'll do that probably for Coco. They may do it for Avatar. They'll do it for um
They may bring the Avengers one back since it's still coming.
possibly they may do like Piston Peak. You know, they may do. I don't know if they'll do.
I think
They'll
they might
probably
do
do
one.
like a fuller scale model of Monstropolis with the coaster because they kind of gave us like a little detail thing of it, but I think it'll
I
be like
want to see a full life size one for Monstropolis, like what
yeah.
you would actually see on the ride. Maybe that would be like the actual unit, you know?
What if they actually brought like a ride seat that people could
Oh,
actually
that would
sit
be
in?
like how it would feel like getting on the door coaster. That'd be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, that would be really cool.
Because they said on this is gonna be the biggest Imagineering pavilion that they've ever done.
Yeah, it's going to be really big. I think they're going to move it over into the area that used to have like the third party vendors.
Yeah, that was a big chunk of space too.
Yeah, it really was.
They may move the 4D theater for Disney Plus and Hulu there as well.
That's true. I think you're right on that one as well.
And
Um,
then what else is there left? Eastern Gateway, we got that covered.
yeah,
That's it for DCA and Disneyland Resort as a whole.
yeah, I think so. I think honestly, until they get Disneyland Forward up and running with the Eastern Gateway and they complete these projects with DCA, I feel like nothing really big, substantial is going to come from the Disneyland Resort except for the things that we are predicting. I
Hmm.
think it's going to be more so Disney World of all the stuff that we mentioned. I do think that the Disney Cruise Line is going to get a lot of discussion with
I
the.
think we will get a lot more info on the Disney Believe.
Yeah, yeah, Disney Believe. Oh, so sorry, John. Yes, you did. Sorry, we forgot.
Oh,
Your
sorry,
thoughts on X
sorry.
Men and DCA.
That's possible. We might get meet and greets probably when Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars comes out. Like we'll probably have the X-Men around Avengers Campus. And maybe if it's not Avengers Campus, then maybe Hollywoodland. Like maybe
See, that's where I thought that they would do something with Hollywoodland. See, to me, I would utilize that. I just, again, folks, it's not that I don't want Avatar in DCA. It's not that I don't want Avatar in the Disneyland Resort. It's
I
just
mean we got time to have X-Men meet and greets in Hollywoodland before it goes bye-bye in 2027, so
let's see. Could it replace Crush or I guess
what do
Wakanda?
you I wasn't thinking of a new ride in that area. I don't think it's gonna Wakanda. There's nothing Black Panther in Hollywoodland.
I guess maybe asking like, could Wakanda replace Crush?
Are you talking about Paris?
I think honestly, Wakanda would go well over in the Simba lot.
Yeah, that'd be a good place to put it. And that's a California tie-in too.
Yeah, yeah,
If you haven't seen Black Panther movie, you will know right off the bat. Well, you wouldn't if you didn't see it.
yeah. But yeah, that is tied to California. And honestly, I just think again they have more of a blank canvas over there. But again, they can't touch that until they get that Eastern Gateway moving.
Hmm. And then I
Um,
guess we could move on to internet. I kind of want to start with Tokyo, perhaps. Oh, go on.
no, no. But yeah. So really quick, yeah. So I think The Disney Believe cruise ship will get a lot more info on that. I feel like Japan will make this announcement of what the cruise ship name is going to be.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
then
Maybe
actually,
the Disney Hope. They may announce it to be the Disney Hope.
it maybe, or actually, there is another ship that's due to set sail in between the Believe and the Japan ship. That one
They
might
may
be.
make that announcement perhaps
Yeah,
because
well,
we're getting a lot of cruise ships.
well, and Drew, the Disney dude, said, and I think also Zach from Boardwalk Times, they said that they're anticipating on a massive announcement for Disney Cruise Line aside from those two announcements.
Oh
So
shoot! All right.
I think honestly, the Disney Hope I think is going to get announced somewhere. Um,
I would
whether
assume at
it's
the
the
parks
Japan
panel
ship, whether it's the Japan ship or if it's the one after the Believe, because there's going to be a ship after Believe, but before
yeah.
the Japan ship.
They may announce more locations as well, perhaps. Maybe we might get it. We might get one here in Honolulu, perhaps, for Disney Cruise Line,
Oh,
because we have Alani.
that's true.
Um,
Like different ports of call and stuff.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe New York, maybe Los Angeles or San Diego, wherever.
Many dogs ask, could Tokyo announce a third park?
No, no, I don't think so. Not for now. We got
Yeah,
they already. They,
yeah, I don't think like a
I
third
think
park.
Tokyo Disney Sky is still. I think Tokyo Disney Sky is still gonna come, but that's way in the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Tokyo Disney Sky is going to come. That is going to be the third park. I
Because where Fantasy Springs is now, that's where Disney Sky was gonna be.
Yeah, or an expansion of Disney Sea using some of the surrounding land. Now they did say they are replacing the Aquatopia
They
and the Harbor area. So
they're
yeah,
adding. I think
that I think we're going to
on
get
that
an
concept art, it shows a new show building next to where Aquatopia was, meaning we could get a dark ride.
yeah. So I think they'll definitely announce something for Tokyo Disney Sea, and as we have mentioned, their Adventureland with the Incredibles up and
Because Nemo and Friends Sea Rider's not going anywhere, so we're keeping Sea Rider, which used to be Storm Rider. Rest in peace.
yeah. Um,
What else there? And then we got the maybe we get more details on the. I don't know about Adventureland changes just yet. OLC may do that independently
it's
because
possible,
OLC.
and it's true to the fact of that you had mentioned. We don't know what the Destination D23 is going to announce next year.
They may do all that Adventureland and Port Discovery stuff there. I think for this one they may talk Space Mountain and Wreck-It Ralph
Oh, that's very true too. That is true.
because they're both coming next year, probably around springtime.
Yeah, and I think they will. I don't know if they'll give like a lot of details, but I think they will make that announcement of Shanghai's second park for
It's
sure.
pro it's a best kept hidden secret at this point.
Yeah, I mean, because there was some concept art that kind of got leaked, so I think, as I
Yeah,
said, I don't know if they'll announce
I
like,
didn't see it yet, but I heard
yeah, I don't think they would like say too many like
they
details.
may just show the concept art and that's it. And
Yeah,
then
just
Abu
make the
Dhabi, and then Abu Dhabi, I don't think they're gonna bring as much because of ongoing world events and what have you. They
The
may
only
just
thing
announce,
that
hey, it's still.
they
Oh,
still
go ahead.
may showcase it because Damaro did mention it during the shareholders meeting, which I was actually very surprised.
Hmm.
They still may touch upon it because they said it's still going through. Yeah, I don't know how much of detail they're going to announce of it, but
Yeah, because I know it's gonna be controversial on its own because of ongoing world events at the moment.
yeah. Um, do you guys think Tokyo Disney would ever consider building a fake island using sand and rocks to expand further into the sea?
I don't know
Mm,
because the port right next to Tokyo Disney Sea is used for a lot of fishing and what have you, and a lot of ships go through it almost every single day. I don't think they will.
yeah. Then what else? And then of course the Spider-Man roller coaster.
Yeah, Shanghai. Yeah, we got that new Spider-Man coaster coming. I like that new big Spider-Bot figure that comes out the cargo crate. That's really cool.
That's really cool. I think honestly we'll get it. Do you think we'll get an opening date on that?
I think with construction going on, we might get opening time frame for that. We might get that by next year.
And then
And then
the
Hong Kong for their other Spider-Man or I should say Marvel, right? Because it's having more heroes with it at this point.
yeah. Yeah,
We
because it's gonna
might.
be like the drop tower.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know, like
haven't really. There's not a lot of construction on that, I believe, yet.
I don't. Yeah, yeah. I haven't really heard anything more on it except when they changed it from Spider-Man to Avengers.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know what's going
Other
on with
than
that
that, but we
project.
may get more. We may get more news
We
on
might
that.
get more at D23. I would hear more about it for sure. And then that Pixar show where they're doing also in Hong Kong with Monsters Inc. and what have you.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
might
yeah,
get more.
yeah. They'll probably announce that.
Yeah, and then Paris. Yeah, we might get more details on Lion King. I don't expect a third expansion for Disney Adventure World. I know we touched a lot on Paris in the last stream.
Yeah, yeah. I think with Paris, I think they're kind of good to go with like right now. They're kind of caught up with their stuff, except for the Lion King. I feel like that we'll get more. We'll get
And then
more
I'm
on.
guessing that they may give us a more in-depth model at the pavilion at D20 at the Anaheim Convention Center for Lion King.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of the stuff that they'll announce at the showcase, they'll incorporate that in the pavilion itself to actually like visually like look at it in sculpture, in model, maquettes, concept art, paintings. I think they'll
Hmm.
they'll add all that in there.
Yeah, and then I guess that's pretty much it for the whole like parks presentation in terms of my predictions. That's all I'm gonna lock in.
And then many dogs. What possible new ride do you guys think they will announce for Shanghai? The park can use more rides. Is there any rides that you
Mm,
think that they would add like in the footprint of Shanghai? It's
I think for Shanghai Disneyland, I think their current lineup is good. I don't think the only new ride they're gonna get is just the new Spider-Man ride. I think after that, every gap is filled in for that park, and ready to move on to the second gate.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they would announce the second gate first before they do another. And
Yeah,
here's the
because
thing,
if
like
they're
I'm
gonna
not
announce
too
new rides
familiar.
outside of Spider-Man, it's gonna
Yeah,
have to be after the second gate announcement.
yeah, I'm trying to think of like what else can see. I'm not too familiar with like
I
the
don't
international
know.
parks. I have to
I
I
really,
have I have to do some more like research of like the placement
if
of
I
it.
had to say, since it's in China, I would probably have to say a Mulan attraction if they do.
Oh, there you go. I like
Maybe they'll
that.
do Mulan because it's in China.
Yeah, I'll double down on that. I'll say like a fully immersive like dark ride for Mulan because that was the whole point of why they did the inland of China like
Yeah,
to build.
why haven't they built a Mulan attraction for Shanghai yet?
Well, maybe that's on the roster. There it is.
Yeah, maybe they'll probably put that in their fantasy line or something.
They very well could. You never know. Let's see. Um, John Megarain says Shanghai Disneyland's ride lineup is not good. They have signs asking guests not to, you know, because the lines are so long from not having enough rides.
It looks enough to me though, from what I've heard. Look,
Yeah,
because I have
I
the
mean,
app on my phone. There's
yeah, and I
plenty
think they
of
have like
rides.
issues with that because of like, yeah, I think that's something that Disney like has to
Because
like
their
fix.
Tomorrowland staff because you have that Buzz Lightyear ride, you got Tron, you got a lot of stuff in their
And
park.
then
You got their little Toy Story land as well.
John Make It Rain says a Mulan ride would be cool.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
then of course you got their people forget they also have a Toy Story land in Shanghai too.
Yeah, I think honestly the only like ride like from the international parks for Toy Story Land that I would like to experience is the RC Racer.
I don't know why. I mean, I could see if Hollywood Studios was to expand, they probably add that perhaps or the
I
Toy
wish
Soldier
they
thing.
would. I wish they would add just the RC Racer. That would be really cool.
Yeah,
I'd
I mean,
go.
I don't even
With
know if they have room to expand Toy Story Land at all.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would
Because if
take
they
that
do,
much.
if they would have to like get rid of the freeway for that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't think it would
Because
take that much room for the RC Racer if they still have the
no,
room. But man, I would love for them to add that.
there should be enough room for RC race because that's a small attraction.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? That might be a wild card prediction. They may add RC Racer and the
Dabar's like, Dabar comes, hey, we're gonna expand Toy Story Land with RC Racer.
yep, and the Green Army Men parachute.
Yes, that'd be pretty
Uh,
sick though. I mean, yeah, I guess. Fully
They
realized
should
track
build a
for.
fully realized track for the RC.
I mean, we have Slinky Dog Dash though.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think like they have the Slinky Dog. Yeah, so I would just still just do like how the RC. Um, but again, I think that's so like far off. Like I think like if they make big announcements, I could see like that would be like a far fetched announcement. I think if they were to bring the RC racer. Um,
People will probably be so confused, especially the fans like, oh, why are you adding this? Doesn't Toy Story Land have enough rides? Nope, we're adding more.
that is true. That is very
And
true.
then I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it from all my predictions. I'm locking all those in now. I snapped my fingers, so they're locked in.
I think before I do, I'm gonna like bring in everything in. I'm gonna just make one like really far fetched out there prediction that like would probably never come to fruition. Just for fun, just to throw it
George
out
the
there.
Italiano gets a dark ride.
Now that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Um, I think if I
You're
had
just gonna
one,
see him. You're just gonna doing just spaghetti, meatball, stromboli all day.
I think if I did one more bold prediction, I'm going to say they expand the Skyliner to Magic Kingdom.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Like they add new monorails and then new Skyliner routes for Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom.
I think if they were to add the Skyliner to the route of Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and a few more resort hotels, that's what I'm going to say.
I think that's gonna be down the road though. Once they get everything online with Monstropolis, Tropical Americas, Cars and Villains.
Yeah, I agree. I think so.
But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for D23 predictions.
Yeah.
D23. I guess I could move on to my trip. Move on to my trip at this point. George the Stromboli experience.
Yep.
Oh man.
And then John McRain says Toy Story Land needs more rides. It has too many spinners. Yeah,
No, doesn't.
I think honestly, with Toy Story Land they can use a lot more. I just don't know with the placement of the land if there is room for it. Like we were saying, like with RC, I
It's
don't
in
think the
tight
RC would.
space.
Yeah, but who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you for your trip, like what is your game plan for all this? Because it's going to be
Okay.
a massive
Yeah.
trip for you.
It's gonna be the first D23 I step foot into. Yeah, and then as a matter of days go, I got my passes here.
Nice, very
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, I got them in. Yeah, I guess my game plan is just explore around, just see what's up, like just take it all in, just one at a time, just take it slow. Don't need to rush anything or anything like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Just take it in, enjoy yourself, pace yourself. Not even just with D23, but also for Disneyland, for Universal. Just because, as I said, I can't wait to have you back on after your trip because we're going to do
Oh yeah.
a full trip report, and of course, hopefully, we'll be able to even if it's in short increments throughout your trip, that we'll be able to bump into each other and
Yeah, I mean,
or
if I see you on in guest flood and they're like picking you up, I'll probably be one of those guys.
well, thank you. I appreciate it. And as I always say it, you'll be able to see conductor, but you'll be able to hear me. So,
Ah,
so
I'm a
that,
pretty tall guy too, so you might see me.
yep, you never know.
And
Yep.
then yeah, I mean, I think because I plan to do the I have my event schedule line up for Sunday because I only have a full day Sunday. Friday and Saturday are early afternoon only, so I couldn't do RSVP for those days.
Okay.
So like I have the Joe Rohde signing, the Leslie Iwerks documentary if I get it, Mark Brashear, and then meeting Mark Brashear and then Joe Rohde. So I'm gonna see
Oh,
Joe Rohde twice.
oh, nice. So really the only like panel is that you're aiming for that day is just the Leslie Iwerks documentary.
Yeah, and then maybe for the afternoon panel, I might go for that Walt Disney 125 years of inspiration one, and then The second day, maybe for that Marvel panel presented by M&M's.
Oh, okay. Nice. And then Xtina's Fighter 2000, are y'all dressing up for D23?
As a matter of fact, I am, but like I'm in my mine's like a Maleficent Dragon outfit, not like a costume or anything. It's like wearing t-shirts and stuff and different apparel. That's pretty much all I'm doing for this year's event. Cause I don't I'm not I'm old for costumes now. I just want to do something cool, like normal casual wear, you know.
Now for Abby and I, probably we're going to shoot for, if everything goes accordingly, for day one.
Why not Aladdin and Jasmine? There you go.
We That's actually a good one, but I mean, I think our costume is, as I said, we're not saying what it is. You guys will have to watch the vlog to see what it is, what it's going to be.
I'll probably see it, and I'll
Um,
go on my Instagram and just leak it.
yeah, that would be really cool. That to be honest, George could be Mike
Conductor
Wazowski,
Sullivan.
Conductor Sullivan. That'd be kind of cool.
No. Sully would be you, Italian, and then conductor could be Mike Wazowski.
I guess we would just have to shift in height because, like, I'm like, here's the funny thing. Compared to conductor, I'm the size of Mike Wazowski, but I'm furry like Sully. So
Yeah,
so it's like, yeah.
big guy too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and then Abby could be
Celia, yeah.
yeah. See there you go. There you go. And then John Make It Rain says, thank you to everyone that participated in the live chat. We had a lot of
There
people.
was a lot of people. I didn't even read the chat.
And then so John, thank you so much for jumping in. Greatly appreciate it. Especially for coming in on all three lives today.
Yeah.
That was great. Everyone. Let's see. Mademoiselle says, can't wait to see Hala Gelada in their costumes. Yes, I'm not going to say what the costume is, but yes, please, definitely.
It's gonna be George doing the shirtless Macarena, though.
Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if they would let me in on the premise. But definitely.
Right, and then, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then, yeah, Disneyland and stuff. I have a lot of new things to see, you know. The last time I actually been was actually March of 2019. So we're talking
yeah, so
we're talking pre Galaxy's Edge, pre Tiana's, original Toontown. What else? Shoots. A lot of stuff has changed.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I think honestly, there's times where like I go like a couple weeks without going to Disneyland, and I get like, I get like my, like where I crave it, you know. So the fact that like it's been 7 years, like to come back for it, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna have like that refreshed feel.
And that was even when Avengers Campus was under construction and Bugs Land was currently being demolished.
Oh, that's right. So you didn't even get to see Avengers Campus
or Bugs Land.
Oh man, that really stinks because I miss a Bugs Land. I know it was geared towards the younger kids. It was small. It was simple.
I mean, the only thing that dragged people in was just for stuff to be a bug.
Yeah, and I didn't even do the rides at a Bugs Land. I just loved walking through the land. It was just, I don't know.
I mean, did you ever do It's Tough to Be a Bug though?
Oh yes, I did. It's Tough to Be a Bug. I did it on both coasts.
Yeah, and that's where your favorite ride, Web Slingers, is now.
Of course. I did do Heimlich's Choo Choo Train though. I loved Heimlich's Choo. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I've done all the rides. I let me take that back. I did Francis's Ladybug Boogie. I did Tuck and Rolls bumper cars. I did the Heimlich's Choo Choo Train. I did Flix Flyers. I did all those, but I mean, like after that, I didn't like really like go for the ride every time, except for Heimlich's Choo Choo Train. Did that every time. And then I did It's Tough to Be a Bug, but I just loved walking through the land. It was, I still have a picture of me of, I got my picture taken with Flick in the land. So that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I wish I would have filmed more.
That's when Mission Breakout, that was around the time Mission Breakout was still new too when I went.
Yeah. Cause I went opening day for that.
And what else is there? DCA, I'll just see the construction pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the day I go will be the first night Oogie Boogie Bash. So I gotta leave the park around like 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Yes, right. Because Oogie Boogie.
Ooh.
But sorry.
Oh, no worries.
But was there anything else that you want to bring up before we close it out?
Uh, I guess we could probably talk Universal. I mean, I want to talk a little Universal for a bit. Why not? Like Hollywood, my first time. I'm going there.
Okay,
Um,
so what's your, because this is your first time, so what are you expecting? Um,
Honestly, Universal should be a pretty interesting time for me. I mean, it's gonna be my first time. It's gonna be my first Universal park. It's gonna be my first one. And what a great way to introduce to it all with Hollywood, the park that started it all.
Very true. So what are you looking forward to in Universal?
Oh shoot. A lot of things actually. First off, think for attractions wise. Well, actually, I should say rides because Transformers the Ride 3D.
Of course. I mean, you're the Transformers guy, so I
And
mean,
then Jurassic World, maybe perhaps if I want to get wet. Mario Kart, I'm really curious about. The lower lot stuff I'm looking forward to, including Harry Potter.
yeah, the lower lot has Transformers, Super Nintendo, The Mummy, and Jurassic.
Hmm.
And then the upper lot has the Wizarding World, The Simpsons,
And of
gonna
course, I
have
want to do.
Fast and Furious, and then it'll dive into like the other
It
end.
will never open.
I mean, who knows at this point? Um, and then of course with the tram tour. Um,
Yeah, I actually can't wait to do Studio Tour because that's gonna be really special.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna be good, great for you. I can't,
And
as I
then
said, I can't wait
Waterworld.
to.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I can't wait to have you back on so you can talk about it.
Oh yeah, of course. And then Waterworld, I better do because that's a really cool stunt show I heard.
Yes, you have to do Waterworld for sure. Yes.
But yeah, I guess we could jump to Q&A session.
All right. So for the final part of the for the live, if you guys have any questions, throw them in, and we will answer them. So we'll wait like a few minutes if you guys have any other questions more, um, and then if not, we will
Yeah, we'll wrap
close
it
it out.
up.
But yeah, but as I was saying, like I'll definitely have you back on, as I said, to really dive deep into your trip report because I'm very curious to know like when you experience these things in real time, you know, what your thought process is. And again, if we end up meeting like throughout your trip, we could, you know, we'll bring that up and, you know, and everything. So, um,
And then if I dislike the new pirate, then so be it.
yeah, then that's what, you know, that's what you'll end up reporting on. And I always say like have an opinion of something,
Like as you
which,
see it, don't judge it by a video or someone else saying it.
yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
Because
I
that's
com-
probably that's most problem with reviews and stuff nowadays. It's ridiculous.
yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. Um, so if anyone, one last call, if you have any other questions, I know you guys asked a lot of questions already, and we did answer them.
Oh, I know. Yeah, because I was like, oh, get to your D23 discussion. What, bro? I like to be patient. I want to have everything fleshed out before I move on to the next thing to flesh out.
Yeah, but yeah, because I know you guys were asking a lot of questions throughout the live, so that probably was, you know, we probably answered all your guys' questions already.
Pretty
But yeah,
much.
yeah, I guess
X Men, and DCA though. I don't. I mean, we'll probably see it for a meet and greets, probably for a promotion of Avengers Doomsday. But other than
I
that,
think down the road, though, they may add X-Men somewhere, somehow, some way. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
because we'll probably see him in the parks eventually. It's probably whenever that's gonna be the case.
yeah. Oh, Xtina's Fighter 2000 said, "Did you talk about Doomsday?"
No, we didn't really talk about Avengers Doomsday as much.
I
From the
think as far as like tying it to D23, I think they
Yeah,
already
we
dropped
did
the
talk about
trailer.
that.
They already dropped the trailer,
Hmm.
um, along with the you know with the tickets and everything, and then um, they'll
And then
probably they'll probably announce something at at the San Diego Comic-Con, which would probably be a lot more in depth because obviously if they drop the trailer, it has to be something that'll tie into it since Marvel's back in Hall C. As far as at D23, I wonder if we're going to get like that 10-15 minute.
I actually
Like,
wonder if the TVA experience is going to be Avengers Doomsday themed because they're bringing the
they
TVA
said they're going
experience
to double
back.
the size of that.
So it may be Avengers Doomsday themed.
Yeah,
We'll
it
see
very
though.
well could. But I think like as far as like the studio panel will
Because I
will
think for
get.
Marvel, in terms of D23 movies, we'll probably get more details on like maybe what else? Vision Quest coming out, maybe a new season of Daredevil, Born Again. And then yeah, I guess that's kind of it. And then probably get little detail on Secret Wars, but not much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll get like being that it's like the back end right before the movie comes out, I think we'll get um
Because there's not a lot going on Marvel post Avengers Doomsday.
yeah. Yeah, that is true. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm for sure they'll have some special surprises for us, especially being that like Doomsday is like going to be released soon, but D23 comes out first.
Hmm.
And then Many Dog says, George, will any of the other parks see a cool rope course like Shanghai?
Does the Redwood Creek over in DC have something similar?
Yeah, the Redwood Creek Trail over at DCA. It's not really overly themed. It's just like based off of like a nature trail kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I know the one in Shanghai because I know like they have. Don't they have like the Alice in Wonderland hedge maze? I think that's the park that
That was Paris, I think.
that's Paris. See, I get all the international parks all mixed up. I gotta get myself over
Because
there.
the Paris had the maze. I think no, Shanghai had it too, actually.
Okay. Um, yeah. So I
It was
think
Shanghai or Hong Kong. I can't remember.
yeah. I don't know if like in the domestic parks if we'll get any more of those kind of things. I don't know. I
And I
do
hear a Blood
remember,
Mickey.
however,
And I hear a
huh?
Blood Mickey. Oh, guy fell off. And I hear from Blood Mickey. Oh, the guy fell off from the rope and it was severely injured.
Yeah, I think too though in the original concept art for the Monstropolis, I do remember seeing off of the left-hand
There was a
side
playground.
there was a playground. So they may add something for Monstropolis. I don't know if that was like an older piece of concept art.
It's
If they're
still in
gonna,
the new concept art actually, because it's right on the both ends of the door coaster, like before near the entrance. And it's a
okay,
little courtyard.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if they're going to keep it though. So we'll see, like if it makes the final cut. But if they do, I think that'll be like the newest kids area kind of thing.
But
Um,
yeah, my thoughts on the Avengers Doomsday trailer since you did bring that since it was brought up, I'm actually looking forward to it. It looks really good. I really think it does.
I'm going to stay optimistic about it. I think honestly, with it being the first trailer, I think people were
I think
expecting.
when they first announced with Robert Downey Jr. coming in, I think a lot of people were skeptical about it.
Yeah. I think with people waiting for the trailer, they were expecting like a bigger thing, which I can understand. It was a little bit more downplayed, but um
I mean, with the cast, it's kind of a little bit downplayed, but I think that's what they're going for this one.
yeah, I think they're really just trying to keep it under wraps. I think.
Yeah, they're not. There's not a lot they're telling us.
Yeah. And then Many Dog says maybe one on Tom Sawyer Island potentially.
I
Um
mean, I guess if they wanted to upgrade Tom Sawyer Island and Disneyland, that's possible.
yeah, they possibly could. I'm
Because
not sure.
I heard Tom Sawyer Island Disneyland's not in its good state.
Right. So maybe if they revamp Tom Sawyer Island, if they did decide to do a Phantasmic 3.0, they
Yeah,
may.
because I think that would be part of that package.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Um, but in any case, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody for joining in on the 2.5 hour live that Dragon Blood was able to join for the
I said it was gonna be
predictions
a long one.
of D23. We greatly appreciate it. And Dragon Blood, thank you also so much for joining. And I can't wait to have you back on because after this, we are like weeks away from D23. So we will be descended
Yeah,
upon the Anaheim Convention Center and the Honda Center. We'll be finding all this information out,
And
and
as
we will.
I speak of this, we are like 3 weeks away. No,
Yeah,
actually, yeah, pretty much.
absolutely. And so, Dragon Blood, if you would like to let everyone know where they could find you on social media.
Yep. So you could find me on Instagram at DragonBlood264 over on Instagram, or you could find me on here in Huddle the Gelato.
There you go. That's where you will find him. And of course, folks, I'm George, the Disney Italiano. And as I always say, in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, stay Disney.
Stay Disney and stay Universal.
Italiano out.